And welcome to my first ever Risk of Rain 2 race. This is heavily based off of the Risk of Resources races that are streamed live. I think they do them like once a week, and I was so inspired by them, so I wanted to do my own. The format's gonna be slightly different as we're gonna be running some mods. Mainly just to like showcase and show off these mods. But why don't you guys go around and quickly introduce yourselves?
What's up? I'm Czar. I'm just here for the ride.
Hi, I'm Dispenser, or Sam is my actual name, and I'm just here to figure out what the fuck a Nemesis mercenary is.
I am Octopasta. You may or may not have seen me around. I am a professional internet asshole and a sycophant.
Nice, great introductions, guys. So I've already explained everything about the race to these guys. I'm gonna set them off, and then I'll explain everything as they are racing. So, are you guys ready to get going?
Yeah,
Oh, you
let's
know
do
it.
this.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a countdown, and then you guys can go. Okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, deafen us.
All right, so how this works is that each of them are going to be playing on the exact same seed. So that means same items, same stages, same characters, same everything. So they just have to do the best that they can. They need to go as fast as they can because they are racing against each other, and they also need to not die because that's one of the most important parts. They do have infinite lives if they do happen to die, but if they do die, what happens is that they have 5 minutes added to their timer. So instead of if for example they were to die on stage one, they would jump from like 5 minutes to like 10 minutes, or from like 5 minutes to 15 minutes if they died twice. It does not make the difficulty timer go any further, but there's still like if they died like 10 times, they wouldn't immediately jump to the most difficult uh, difficulty. It would still stay on whatever the difficulty they were currently on. But it's still an incentive to not die because they are racing against each other and they don't want to come in with the lowest amount of time. So, with that out of the way, the first character that they're going to be playing as is a modded character called Driver. His whole thing is that whenever he kills an enemy, he has a chance to get a weapon drop, meaning he can pick up a more powerful weapon to temporarily use for a short amount of time. And this will go quite. This should work quite well, or not work quite well, but like it can definitely help turn the tides in their favor for some of the fights. Also, hello there, Johnny. As you can see, Octo has already opted to fight the boss after only collecting 3 items. Let's see how this goes for him. Zar is also fighting the boss after collecting 3 items. Seems Sam has decided to stick around for a little bit longer. Maybe collect a few more items. Maybe get the base of a good run going. The first stage can really not depend, but like it can really set the tone for the rest of the run. Because if you get some good items on stage one, you might be set. But if you don't get enough items on stage one and you proceed into stage two, you might have a little bit of some difficulty going forward. And it seems Octo has already taken his first death, so that's not quite good for him. Maybe he should have collected a few more items before going into the boss. Zar seems to be struggling a bit, and Sam has also started the teleporter now with about like 6 items now. He did pick up a missile launcher, which is going to be quite good. That's quite a lot of damage there, so that should definitely help him. Neither Zar nor Zar picked up no damage items, and Octo got a sticky bomb, which is barely damage, but Seems Octo was able to get done with the teleporter after 2 deaths. That's not great. So he'll have to he'll really have to get going for the rest of the run to make up for that lost time. Zara is still fighting the boss. Is he? Oh, he activated the pillar. The gold pillar was inside the teleporter range. That's interesting. Sam also opting to activate the gold pillar as well. He went for an early stop though. I have told the players that they are allowed to go to the extra realms. However, they are not allowed to face the extra bosses. And if that ends up being too much of a what do you call it? Too much of a like a buff. I might change it for the upcoming races because it seems like Sam opted to take the green portal and go for an early lead. But so far, each player has at least 1 death, so they're all a little even on when it comes to timing. However, Sam is definitely in the lead when it comes to items. He already has a red item and a few green items, whereas the others only have a few items to their name so far. So. Driver is one of my personal favorite characters, mainly because of he has some good movement options and the fact that he can get extra weapons when if he kills enemies is quite powerful. So. Zara opting to stick around to like fully charge the gold teleporter or the gold thing, and then having to fight the boss. I wonder if he's really hoping for some good early game loot to speed him through the rest of the game. Sam opting to charge the gold pillar on the stage 2 as well. I wonder if he'll just end it early like he did last time. Yeah, if he's opting to like end it early and then just keep picking the green portal, I might have to disable that for the remainder of the runs because that might be a little bit too fast. That's something that I kind of didn't think about, so might have to change things a little bit on the fly here. I have told the players that they are not allowed to go fight the Folsom though, so they have to end the run via fighting Mithrix. Alright, well let's see if the loot that Czar granted for was worth it. So he does pick up the boomerang, as well as a crowbar, and I don't. I think he could have gotten a 3rd item, but I don't know if he did. I don't know, but. Alright, everybody's on stage 2 now. I think Sam's whole plan is to keep killing the like just briefly charge the gold pillar, kill the gold golem that comes out of it, and then just take the green portal and get out of there. Which is a great strat, but I think that's a little bit too powerful, so I think I'm probably gonna have to ban that for the upcoming runs. Because I forgot that you could just like immediately leave a level via the green portal like that. So yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. So I think I am gonna have to ban that for the future runs, that is a little bit too powerful of a strat. But I will let him get away with it for this first run. I don't want to like stop him mid-run and be like, "Hey, don't do that, you naughty boy." Also, players will be getting scored based on how well they do. 3 points for first place, 1 point for second place, and no points for third place. And we'll be doing 4 runs. So there is a maximum of 12 points to get. So with the weapons that can drop from drivers' kills, most are chosen from a random pool. You could get like an assault rifle, you could get like a grenade launcher, you could get a submachine gun, you could get, stuff like that. But there are certain enemies that will drop certain special weapons, like the golem can drop a golem laser. The boss enemies will always drop a special rare weapon, which is usually something like a rocket launcher. So it's it could be a shot to try to find like a rare weapon and then just try to like blast away through the rest of the stage with it. Everyone's doing pretty well on not dying on stage 2. Sam has already made it stage 3 with his quick shot. I don't know if the gold portals spawn on stage 3 and later though, so you might be out of luck when it comes to that strat. And I'm just now realizing that the it's not possible to see the timer, but that's fine. I can get everyone's times when they get finished with their runs. In fact, I might just temporarily unmute everybody just to tell them to stay on the result screen when they are done with their run. And let me quickly do that. Hey, I just want to quick tell you guys, when you guys are done with your runs, stay on the result screen so I can get your times, okay?
Alright.
Got it.
Alright, back to your runs.
Damn, where is this freaking...
Where's the teleporter?
Where is the exit, man?
Okay, they are all back to being muted. So, Imp Overlord for stage 3, Beetle Queen for stage 2. Beetle Queen is never really much to worry about, you just have to make sure you don't get overwhelmed.
Okay, that's crazy.
Oh, they aren't muted? Whoops. I guess we need to do that too, okay. Okay, there we go. Now they're for sure muted this time. Oh yeah, one of the weapons you can pick up from the weapon drops is literally a sniper rifle. Works kind of similarly to Railgunner's rifle. I think you can also pick up like a revolver, which works kind of similar to Bandit's revolver. You can pick up like dual pistols, I think. There's a lot of weapons that you can pick up. I think there's like at least like 20 to 30 weapons, if not more, that can spawn in. A lot of them are like very unique weapons. I think that there's only like a pool of maybe like 10 that can drop from like any enemy. But it's crazy how many weapons you can actually obtain with this guy. They are all temporary though, but when you do pick up a weapon, both your primary and your secondary change. And then you have like a little bar that shows like how much ammo you have left before you going back to your main weapon. Once you do pick up a weapon though, you have to commit to it. You can't just like switch back to your normal weapon. You have to like you have to use up that weapon's ammo, and then you are free to go back to your main weapon. You can also like even if you're only like halfway through a special weapon and then like another one spawns in, you can then switch to that new one if you want, if you just don't like the one that you currently got. But Sam already making his way onto stage 4. Octo's still on stage 2, whereas Zar is in stage 3 now. Octo having looks like he's having a little bit of an issue on this boss fight here. Let's see if he makes it through without any extra deaths. By the way, I only briefly checked out the seed that we're running beforehand. I only really checked out the characters. So I actually don't know what stages they'll be all on. I didn't do like an in-depth run through because it would have taken me like way too long. Maybe something I'll do for the future though. But yeah, so whatever stages they come across will be new for me as well. But they will all have the exact same stages though, so. Sam once again going for the Golden Shrine. He's no doubt going to be doing the exact same thing as he did in the first 2 stages. Does seem like he knows like he found his strat and he knows what to be doing, so definitely gonna have to ban this for the next 3 runs though, because that's way too strong. So Octo finally made it to stage 3. So deaths-wise, they're all still hanging on to 1 death each, except for Octo, which has 2. But aside from that, I'm pretty sure Octo is behind in... Well, of course Octo's behind in time because he has an extra 10 minutes opposed to the extra 5 that each of the other 2 have, but Octo has also spent the longest on each stage, so it's probably safe to assume that unless Sam has some trouble on Mithrax, that he'll probably be finishing first for this first round. Already making it to Sky Meadow pretty quickly too. There are a few new stages we have thrown in there. So there is an alternate stage 5 and an alternate stage 2, I think it is. So Sam just hitting the teleporter as soon as he sees it. Nice. Players are not allowed to loop, by the way. I don't know why they ever would, but, you know. Just in case they would for some insane reason, they are not allowed to. But yeah, due to his gold portal, gold pillar green portal shot. Sam is just zooming ahead. Oh, he does take a death here, though. Seems like he might have gotten a little too cocky there. So one of the mods we are running is called Starstorm, and a feature that it adds into the game are called storms, which means if you're on a stage for long enough, the weather will start, well, storming, and random monsters will get buffed during the storm to become faster and stronger. So it's never a good idea to stay in a stage for too long. You know, if a storm starts coming your way, that means you've probably been in the stage for a little bit too long, and you probably need to get going. Alright, and Sam is out of there. He's on to commencement. He's using the momentum from the rockets to like slightly propel him forward. He is gaining every speed boost he can. But he looks to be pretty good in terms of damage. He's got the boomerang, he's got ATG missile, he's got the shadow spleen. He's got a couple of other. He's got some crit. He's got some ATG rounds, so he should probably be all right. Also, something I forgot to note earlier is that they are playing on the modded difficulty of Typhoon, which is harder than Monsoon, but not quite as hard as E8. So, now the moon is also a place where you can get a special weapon from the from one of the golems, not the flying ones, but the ones on the ground. You can get a special like lunar blaster thing. And it looks like Zar is finishing up the teleporter here, snagging that shadow spleen. And he just needs to finish charging it now, I guess. No, I think he's done charging it, so I guess he's just going around and finishing cleaning up the enemies, not sure why. Gets the Prion accelerator drop. Which is a weapon, by the way, it's not an item. You can get the Prion accelerator as both a item and a weapon with this character. And he's on to Sundered Grove. Octo's still in stage 3. He also had the storm going on that Zar did, so. Also, a change that has been made is that they no longer have to charge four pillars. They only have to charge 2 pillars, just to help speed things up a bit. Now, with the driver, you actually do get a very special weapon once you kill Mithrix, but you know you can only use it while you're trying to get to the ship and escape. You know, so it's a very interesting weapon, and we'll see if any of our racers pick up before escaping. But Sam was already on to the Mithrix fight. That gold pillar charging shot really got him there super fast. But does he have the damage to take on Mithrix? Let's find out. Meanwhile, Czar still on stage 4 and Doctor still on stage 3. Senior Doctor's having a little bit of difficulty dealing with the storm that's happening, but he does have 3 healing drums, so that should help. Oh, he takes a death though. So that's 3 deaths for Octo. Seems Sam is burning through Mythic's first phase pretty well here. While Octo takes on the Imp Overlord. Seems Octo also missed out on getting the electric boomerang from the first stage that both Czar and Sam picked up, so lacking a little bit of damage there, but they were all able to find an ATG missile, so yeah, it seems like Sam's doing just fine on damage here. As long as he doesn't get too cocky here, he should be just fine. So Zars did find where the legendary chest is. I highly doubt he'll be grinding for it though. Did get lucky with the chance shrine though. So that's something. Alright, he's on the... Sam is already on the 4th phase Mythix. For some reason, Mythix is not in the center of the arena. I don't know why, but... Oh, he did pick up the special weapon, though. The Lunar Blaster thing, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it fires lunar shots and then has like a melee attack for its secondary. He did get hit there, so he'll have to make sure not to die here. Okay, it looks like he's fine. And there, Mythix is down. Is he gonna see the Mythix hammer weapon? I don't think he is. Wait, hold on, he's turning around. There he is, he grabs it. So if you kill Mythix, you get to play around with Mythix's hammer just while you're escaping. It is important to note that you are not allowed to take special weapons from stage to stage. So like if you like end a stage with one weapon and go into the next stage, you'll go back to your main weapon. At least I'm pretty sure I think that's the case. I know for special weapons like Mythix's hammer, this is 100% the case. But yeah. Like, I've tried playing this character, grabbing Mythix and then going into, like, the Voidling boss fight with it, and, no, it just takes it away. So. Yeah, the hammer that you get from killing Mythix is, you get to do, like, a huge melee attack, and then you also get to shoot out lunar shards. It's pretty fun, honestly. And yeah, I think this is like the one that, like, maybe the only special weapon that you get that doesn't actually have a cooldown. You just get to have it for the rest of the run, because you know, like, you only have like an extra like 2 minutes of the run left. So like, but yeah, Sam is almost done here. And then I'll bring him in, or unmute him, and we can talk about how his run went. Meanwhile, Octo's made to stage 4, so now Czar and Octo are both on stage 4. Czar looks to be in a bit of a pickle, though. Hopefully he doesn't die. And there, he's done. I'll have to wait for him to get to the result screen to get his time, though. Alright. Let me bring him in. Alright, good job. You have been first on this run with a time of 37:36.
First in real time.
First in real time. I'm pretty sure you'll be first overall because Czar's only taken 1 death, while Octo has taken 3. But you did something special that
second +5 sucked.
Yeah,
balls.
I saw
was
that.
bullshit.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, ooh, we probably didn't like that one.
I just realized, okay, no, I just have to go now. I
Yeah.
can't wait around any longer.
Mm-hmm. So,
Also, what a build.
yeah, right?
Spleen crit printer.
Mm-hmm. Quite the run, quite the run. So something I want to talk about that really boosted you forward was you did the charging of the gold shrine, ended it early, killed the boss, and then took the green portal without waiting.
Oh yeah,
And yeah,
I learned that from watching other racers.
yeah. I am going to, at the very least, alert Octo and Zar to this, and then I want to have a very brief discussion on whether we should allow this or not, because it seems like a very powerful tech.
I mean, every single person can do it.
This is
It's
true.
not like something only one person.
This is true. But neither
I see no
Zar
reason
nor
why we
Octo.
should ban it.
All right, that's fair. I will be alerting both Zar and Octo to this because I don't think
Yeah.
they realized this. So
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had thought of that, honestly.
yeah, no, that's
I just did
That's
what I thought I needed to do.
no, and
Also,
you just
this
particularly,
guy-
yeah.
That survivor is crazy.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's like one of my favorite
You
modded
get
survivors.
Mithrix's hammer at the end?
Yeah,
That's
you
wild.
do, right? You don't get it for long, but like you get to mess around with it for like
Take
the
that to
remaining
Void Link,
time.
Technically.
Actually,
If you want.
unfortunately, you can't. I've tried doing that. As soon as you get to the boiling stage, the hammer is removed. Yeah,
Unfortunate.
but yeah, no, that's one of the reasons why he's my favorite survivor is that you get a lot of crazy weapon drops. I saw that you
Yeah.
got both the golem laser weapon as well as the chimera blaster weapon. What do you think of that?
The golem laser one was pretty cool. My issue was it didn't have good AoE and it had a low fire rate.
Yeah.
Also, implementing weak points with this character is so fun.
Oh yeah. With your main pistol, you if you aim and fire, you can do extra crit damage.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ooh, Octo taking his I think that's his 5th death there. He's not doing
Also,
good.
that watch metronome is a crazy speed.
Watch, yeah, it gives you like insane speed. Whenever you're not running, you just build up speed for when you start running again.
Yeah. It would be so funny if being on the skateboard didn't count as running.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I understand why it does. Also, the fact that you can just ride that around the whole time, you just have a permanent speed boost, that's so much fun.
Right? Yeah, I thought that was like the best movement speed option that he has. That's why I specifically wanted you guys to run that particular one.
Definitely feel like I underutilized the flashbang.
Probably, but like I think you did well for what you did. The flashbang is less about damage and more just about dispersal. So
Yeah, like Phase 4 Mithrix wasn't hitting me. That was cool.
yeah, that was actually you did quite well on that. I was actually a little confused about like why Phase 4 Mythics wasn't in the center of the arena. Do you know why that happened?
Transmitter proc moved to him.
Oh, the transmitter!
It bleed damage to him through his invulnerability.
Oh, that's amazing! I did not know that was even
So I got a
possible.
head start on Phase 4.
That's amazing.
I didn't even mean to proc the transmitter then. I took a pizza shot.
That's incredible. I didn't even know that was even possible.
Did you notice me using my transmitter to hit a shrine of blood?
Yes, that was actually quite smart of you.
I felt proud of that one. Definitely think I made a mistake activating both the teleporter and the shrine stage 1.
Literally everybody did that, by the way. Literally everybody did that, so
Okay, so it wasn't really a disadvantage here.
not really, no. Strangely
Am I
enough
able to
though.
watch these guys now?
Yes, you were able to watch them if you want, yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Octo's having a time of it. I think he's taken like 7 or so deaths now.
Yeah, we're 14.
Yeah.
Rocket launcher. I was so disappointed. Did you see me try to fucking rocket jump?
Yeah, you were trying to rocket jump, and I was like, buddy. Not how that
would be a
works.
very
Not how that
fun
works.
feature.
Yeah. There's like a slight bit of like knockback when you fire the weapon, but aside from that, no.
Also, jumping off of the skateboard to aim down sights with the pistol is a fall damage cancel.
It is? Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Which is really cool.
Cool.
Does it give rarer weapon drops the longer into the run it is?
So the way it works is that every boss item or every boss enemy, whether it spawns from the teleporter or not, will give a guaranteed rare drop.
That Prion thing,
Yeah.
I liked that one.
Yeah, it's literally just like a slightly faster version of the actual Prion weapon.
Yeah, I mean, Prion Accumulator is one of, like, in terms of just damage, is one of the best equipments in the game. It's the cooldown that kills it.
Yeah, so this kind of it reduces the damage a bit and then gives you a much faster firing rate.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that Octo has looted a lot more than I have.
Yeah,
And they have more speed.
um
Or wait, where did that movement speed come from?
Octo actually didn't loot as much as you. Are you talking about Czar? Because Czar looted more than you did.
Who am I watching right now?
Who are you watching?
Octo. What's Czar
Okay.
doing?
Yeah, Octo looted about the same as much as you did.
Yikes.
Czar looted a lot
Although
more.
real time. Oh, see, so I just did get first.
Yeah, no,
My
you guaranteed got
10
first,
plus
yes.
5s beat them.
Yeah, because Octo now has like
Pretty
9
shitty
plus
time if I'm
5s.
trying to compete with the people in the risk of resources stuff, but like, I mean, this is not.
Yeah, this is-
terrible.
no, it's not, it's not.
This is something different.
This is completely different, yeah.
God, Blight Acrid's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, he's not up next. He's up third, so.
Yeah.
Man, I really hope
Watch.
Octo doesn't get like depressed from this first run, you know.
Yeah,
'Cause
we're
he's,
gonna pull him out once.
Yeah, once
Czar
if
finishes,
yeah,
right?
once Czar finishes, if he's like still struggling, then we'll be just be like, yeah, we can continue the run at that point, yeah. But they're both on the stage 5 teleporter now, so real time they're actually, you know,
Very impressive. Only 1 plus 5 from Czar.
yeah, he's actually been doing quite well in terms of deaths.
Am I the only one who found the second transmitter?
I think you might be, yeah.
Having 2 of those every stage was just like a good insurance. policy.
Yeah,
Oh.
a bit of a godsend there.
Did he try to rocket jump too?
Did he?
Sniper jump? What was that?
I honestly don't know. I think maybe it's like saw an enemy or something.
Also, I'm in huge support of the foreign fruit equipment drone.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking with that, but
Also, do you think it would have been faster if I had gone to the far side of the moon and done the blood pillar? Or I think it was probably faster to do it the way that I did it.
I mean, Blood Pillar is the fastest pillar.
Yeah, but the issue was, it was farther away, and the mass pillars were the closest.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also, the radius for the pillars, I am not used to it being that large.
yeah.
Pillars are way more they're way less punishing in Monsoon.
Oh yeah. So it looks like Czar's
Like,
also
on
going for the
Hooks
mass
8,
pillars.
It's so, like, bad to deal with pillars that you just try to avoid them no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, the same's gonna be true here. But,
I mean, thankfully you only need to do 2, but still.
yeah. It would be cooler. I've seen a mod implemented where instead of charging pillars, you fight a twisted scab.
Ooh, that sounds
Where
interesting.
it teleports you to a moment hole and you fight a twisted scab.
That
Or you
sounds
fight,
pretty
like, a
interesting.
mini-boss, similar to the way that they did the Halcyon Shrine.
Okay,
Although
okay.
Halcyon Shrine, you still charge pillars.
Right,
I
right.
will say it is a more interesting implementation than the other ones.
I think I would agree with that, yeah. Oh man.
I don't know if you
Octo.
saw, but when
Yeah?
I was starting on the moon, I intentionally got rid of the SMG because I didn't like it.
Really? Okay, that's what you were doing.
Yeah,
I was a
preferred
little
the-
confused.
Yeah, I wanted to get the pistol so that I could charge Luminous Shot faster.
Ah, that's
Because
fair, yeah.
Luminous Shot was my damage. Because hitting a critted shot with the charge,
Yeah.
with Luminous Shot is insane.
True,
Like,
yeah.
you saw how quickly it murked the Halcyon every
Right,
single time.
yeah. I was like, damn, he was like bursting down the thing.
So if I hadn't had the +5s, I would be at 27 minutes.
Yep.
It's a pretty good time.
That is a pretty good time. Alright, Zara's heading up to
And this is my
Mythics now?
first time ever trying to go fast, really.
Really? Wow, you could have fooled me.
I full loot all of my runs.
Well, I mean, that's normally what you should do, you know?
Yeah, it's the way that you maximize your win rate.
Exactly, yeah.
Although I will say, playing like this is very fun.
Yeah? I'm glad you're having fun.
It's a breakneck pace. It's fun. You could just charge up the watch stacks while you're aiming down the sights.
You can, it's kind of crazy.
And then look at how much speed you get from that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do this again?
I would like to, yeah.
Nice.
I just need to A, see who's interested, and then B, find a time for it.
Would it be possible in the future to do an Eclipse 8 vanilla one?
We can definitely do a vanilla one in the future. As for the difficulty,
I probably have to talk with the others.
Yes, I need to talk with both who's actually going to be participating, because again, not everyone is a Eclipse 8 runner, you know. So
Not everyone's Eclipse 8 pilled.
yes, exactly.
And also, that would require me to finish the climb for Seeker, False Sun, and Jet as well, which I have not done.
I've
Because I've been trying to do win streaks.
that's fair. That's fair. I recently finished it for both Seeker and False Sun, and I'm in the midst of doing it with Chef.
Yeah, doing a practice run. This was actually my first time trying to rework Chef, and it was really easy to figure out.
Yeah, the rework Chef is so much better.
It's so fun too.
It is.
I like how you just get an ignition tank for free. if
Pretty
you're
much.
using Blaze and the Seer.
Yeah.
I do know that the Icebox is really strong.
It is. I've mostly been
Specifically
running
get
ice.
Chef Icebox.
Yeah, I've been mostly just running ice because of how strong it is.
Yeah, I mean, any freeze effect is insane. Or the cryo freeze effect specifically. The one that already Railgunner and now Chef.
Right. Oh, no, that's interesting. You all went for the exact same first pillar. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was the closest one.
It is the closest one, so I guess I can't blame you
Was
guys.
there a pillar skip in this run?
There, so
I didn't see any equipment at all.
I don't think there was one. I don't have access to like all the seats info, unfortunately. So, but from what I could tell, I didn't think there was one. Like you didn't pick one up, and neither did Zar or Octo. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a foreign fruit entrance somewhere.
clearly, yeah.
But why? Why give it up? I
Uh,
would think Dole for
it
these
could
would
have
be okay.
it could have maybe been a mistake.
Been an accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that it was 5 stages that I knew.
That's probably going to be
Get
true.
Reborn
But for the most part, it's probably going to be non-modded stages. There
Yeah.
might be one.
Altered.
Oh my
Crazy
god!
upper times block.
Yeah,
man.
gee.
No.
Oh, good hit the second time though.
Gotta turn around, man.
Yeah, you really gotta be cool. Ooh, that's actually the hammer slam too. Ooh.
God, watching people play this game with the amount of time that I have in it and the way that I understand like positioning and stuff,
Yeah.
and seeing other people not do those things, it's painful.
Yeah, not everyone has the same experience, so
Yeah.
Alright. Octo's immediately heading
I mean,
into
I
the
have
boss fight.
thousands of hours in this game.
Yeah. How many hours do you have
So
now?
do you.
I do. I have over 2,000.
Let's see. in this game, I have 1,831 hours.
Wow, you are catching up to me quick.
Yeah.
All right.
This run was basically just showcase of Luminous Shot because Luminous Shot's broken.
Yeah. Ooh, Zara's having a little bit of a rough time, but I think he'll be happy to know that he's nowhere near close to the time that Octo's at.
Maybe I could like compete in the actual races. Maybe.
I mean, if
I'll look into see.
Yeah, you should.
To get in.
I think it's like you have to have I think it's you have to be able to like finish under a certain amount of time, and then you also have to be able to like stream, and then they put you into like some like practice runs, you know, with like other people, just to like get an idea of how your runs go and stuff like that. And then if you do that in enough times, and they like how you're like how you race and all that, then you get to go on to the streamed runs, you know.
Yeah, but that would the thing is, I need to figure out how to actually stream that.
Yes, you will. You do need to have to be able to
I
stream.
do have. I don't think I need this because it's on my PC, but I have a capture card.
You won't need a capture card for PC stuff, no.
Yeah, I mean, if I was playing the Switch version.
You're playing the Switch version, but like, why would you do that?
That's a great question.
Plus, I think you have to play on the PC because there's like you have to play with you literally have to play with the gauntlet thing. So, all right, Zara seems to be finishing up phase 4 here. Did he get the mythic drop? He does. Nice. Depending on what phase Octo is at when Zara actually finishes escaping, I might just let him finish it out. But I will at least give him the option to concede if he wants to.
Fair enough. Is it just me, or is the visual effects of the hammer glitched for Zar's?
It does look a little glitched, yeah. But it's fine.
It's a little interesting.
A little out there, but no need to worry about it.
If they were to add a character like this into the game, this would be so fun.
It would, right? I think the mechanic
they
for this
don't
is...
need to add a character like this because this already exists.
True.
Is this part of Starstorm?
Yeah, no. This is actually a character separate from Starstorm.
It's its own separate.
Yes. Mm-hmm. What I did was in terms of characters, I added Starstorm, and then I added 3 other characters that were all from the same modder. Because he makes, like, all the characters that I've played from him are, like, some of my favorite characters ever, so...
Right. Who made the pilot mod?
Ooh, I don't actually know. I've not spent a lot of time with that one.
Throw into the mix if we were gonna do more mod stuff.
Yeah, bringing back some of, like, the other, modded, Risk of Rain 1 characters. Yeah, exactly. Alright, Zara is done.
Exclusive to Risk of Rain Returns.
True, he is. Let me unmute him so I can tell him to, not... end this thing. Hey Zar, good run, good run.
Thanks.
Make sure to stay on your results screen so I can grab your time.
Okay.
So, what'd you think of the run?
I fucked up on Mithrix really bad.
A little bit, yeah. You died a few times there.
My W key got stuck, so I just ate.
Oh no.
Yeah, this.
What got stuck?
My W key.
His forward key, yeah.
Oh damn, that's what that was. I was confused.
Yeah, because we saw you run into a pizza slice, and we were like, oh no.
We also saw you run into a wall during like escaping from the teleport spawn at the beginning of commencement or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But overall, I think you had a pretty good run. You know, not the best, not the worst. Time of 66. Okay. You're definitely second.
Probably pull. Octo
yes, I will. So he is currently on the Mythic's fight. I'm gonna give him the option to concede if he wants to, but let me unmute him.
Is this time worse?
His time is way worse. He's died like 20 times.
Oh.
Hey Octo, you have the option to concede if you want to. The other 2 racers have finished their runs.
Get me the fuck out of here!
Alright, then pause and hit concede run. Alright, pause and just hit concede run.
Me out, Scotty.
Hit concede run. Alright. So, before we go into the next run, let's just get a few words from Octo about what he thought about the run. You know, what went wrong, what didn't go wrong.
what went right is the easier thing to answer, which is nothing.
Well, just
So the biggest problem was in stages 2 and 3, the exit blended perfectly into the background and was kind of clipped into the floor. So I was just stuck there for 25 legit minutes
Stage
trying
3
to
was a
find
little
trying to find the freaking exit.
Did
and
you
then
turn on the,
in the
setting that makes the teleporter sparkles easier to see?
It should be on by default.
I never
It
knew
should be
there
on by
was a
default.
setting for this.
It's
Yeah.
off
I
by
never
default,
knew
actually.
there was a setting for this. It was not happening.
Funny enough, stage 3
Let
I
me
found the
check the
teleporter pretty
settings.
quick.
There's like, if there's a mod you can add that actually highlights the goddamn thing.
you guys
Or,
can
like,
go back to
maybe
your
if
character
you-
select screen.
If you go like, okay. Like,
Oh, do you
if
need me to
there's
go
a
to-
mod
Yeah,
that
you guys too can,
if
yeah.
you spend more than 15 real minutes in a level, maybe it highlights the exit in the case you can't find it.
Yeah, one thing.
Okay,
that's
so where
important
is
for
it
both
here?
Of you two,
Where is the option? Where's the
Octo
option
and
to turn that
Zara.
on?
What?
One strategy that I used during the last run that allowed me to get a time as fast as I did, I got 37 minutes, but if I hadn't plus 5 twice, it would have been 27 real time. It's don't charge the teleporter if you don't have to. Use the green portal, end it early, fight the Halcyon, get out of there.
Yeah.
Green portal. Okay, I
So-
didn't know it did that.
Yeah, so if you charge the gold portal but end it early and just fight the Halcyon that comes out of it, the green portal will spawn after he is dead, and that allows you to leave the stage a lot earlier.
Okay.
You don't even have to touch the teleporter.
Yeah, you don't even have to touch the teleport if you don't want to.
Okay, I'll
I
be
made a
looking for the
shoe.
green.
I don't know if you saw. Okay, Curb.
Yep.
This kind of fucked me up a bit early on, but did you see me charge both the
I
teleporter
did.
and the Halcyon?
I did. So
The greed.
Sam did the same thing actually, but he ended it early.
Remember, they can.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I saw he was like, I mean that wasn't a bad strat because it was like right there. So
Then
Toward
I
the
prolonged,
end,
I prolonged the fight
toward
way
the
too
end
much.
with this character, I could avoid Mithrix no problem, but I just did not have items or defense.
yeah,
You know
I
what
think
But there's
You know what
just
the
no
hilarious-
opportunity to like get more at that stage.
yeah, I think
You know
you
what the hilarious-
went through the stages a little bit too
Yeah.
soon before getting.
The last 2 stages, I was just completely swamped by enemies on the teleporter.
Yeah, so it's a good strat for this is to take a little bit of extra time in the first couple stages just to get some items going, and then you can go faster
Yeah.
in the later stages. Because
I have a
so
question is,
here's Zara, I'm sorry to cut you off, but here's a really funny thing. Sam was actually the last to get to stage 2 because he looted the first stage a little bit longer than you guys both did. But because of he got an extra few items in the first stage, he ended up with both a ATG missile and an electric boomerang, and that really helped out for the rest of his run. So
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They them pronouns, not he.
Sorry, my apologies. They them. My apologies. I will keep note of that in the future. Zara, what did you want to say?
I thought it was. Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, okay. But anyways, are you guys
Oh
ready?
yeah, I did have one.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
have one question. The secondary is locked. Is that normal?
No. Go in. If it's locked for you, just right click on it. Yeah.
Okay, I was
Okay.
just curious about that.
Yeah. So yeah.
The next 2 are showing up as Commando again.
Yeah. That's just a visual bug. If you want to get
It
rid of
doesn't
that,
matter. I don't care about it.
okay, you can leave and then come back
I
into
thought
the
it
thing
looked
if you want.
fine, honestly, I thought it was cool to hide the survivors that we were going to be using.
If you really want to see them, you can go back to the main menu and
I
then
mean,
come
I
back
already
into
know
single
who it is.
player.
I
But...
know we've got Melee, Blight, Acrid, and then some other guy.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys ready to go into the next one then?
Yeah, let's run it
so.
back.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah.
will count you guys down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Got it.
All right. Let me mute them up. By the way, I see you guys in chat there. I just can't always respond because I was talking to them that whole time. So, but don't worry, you guys are seen. So yeah. So hopefully, with the knowledge of charging the gold portal, both Zara and Octo will be out there to have a little bit of an easier time getting through the stages. But yeah, so second one is Nem Mercenary. So he's a little bit of an interesting case where, because he has similar movement options to Mercenary. However, instead of wielding a sword, he wields a short-range shotgun. So he is slightly more ranged than Mercenary does, but not a whole lot more. So we'll have to see how they utilize his skills here. So starting off on Siphoned Forest, I think this is the largest of the Stage 1 stages. It is one of my personally least liked stages, just mainly because it has the enemy spawn of the pests, of the blind pests. And for a Stage 1 enemy, they do quite a bit of damage. I think, you know, with no items, you can die from them in like maybe 3 or 4 hits or something. You know, 3 or 4 direct hits. So yeah, they do. It's. I've had some runs, or yeah, I've had some premature runs end on just on Stage 1 just because I didn't have any like good, like damage reduction or healing, and there were just like too many blind pests spawning while I was trying to like deal with other enemies, and yeah. They are way worse than having to deal with like wisps, because wisps don't do quite as much damage as blind pests do, and are not as big of a threat in small numbers. They're usually only a bigger threat in like larger groups, whereas blind pests are a threat even if there's just like 1 or 2 of them. So it can be quite an issue if you let multiple spawn. But so Samus found the gold portal. He is going to do exactly what he's been doing. He's going to charge it up a little bit. He's going to stop it, and then he's going to go through that portal. Let's hope the other two remember to do the same thing. And Zar taking his first death there. That's a little unfortunate. However, Zar has found a red item, which essentially allows him to have 2 equipments. Not sure where he found that, but we'll see if either of the other 2 find it. I'm just playing the Rescue Vein 2 OST in the background, and I didn't realize one of them had talking in it. Oh, it's the alternate version for the Void. The song that plays in the Void Realms. Apparently, there's talking in it. Interesting. Never knew that. So, there Sam goes, going through the portal, going to the Stage 2. Octo's found the teleporter and is opting to do the teleporter. Zara's found the gold portal though, so he's charging that. So, and Sam's on to Stage 2, the, what I like to dub the pot rolling stage, even though I never roll pots, because fuck that. You will never see me roll a pot in my entire life. I just normally use a mod that keeps the buttons pressed down. My guess is that he might try to go for the pot rolling, but I'm gonna bet he's just not gonna end up getting it. Oh, wait, hold on. He is getting it. He is getting it. Hold on. The pot seems to keep rolling a little bit too far. And Octo gets his first death. So it's 1 death for Octo, 1 death for Zar. Fortunately, Sam was able to get out of the first stage without any deaths, so he's on a bit of a he's a bit ahead. And Octo has completed the teleporter and is leaving. So I think Zara forgot that you told him that you could end the charge early. I think he's trying to greed a little bit and go for the full 3 items from that you can get from the gold pillar. We'll see if it's worth it or not. Ending the gold pillar early also lets you also makes the house unit that you have to fight afterwards a little bit weaker as well. So it's always going to be a gilded house unite, but it'll be a little bit weaker if you end the if you end the pillar charge a little bit earlier. Also, a new enemy that can spawn in thanks to the Starstorm 2 mod is called the Ice Wisp. And as you can guess, it has the ability to freeze you if you aren't paying attention. And Zara gets a second +5 there. He's going to take advantage of the brief invulnerability and try to take down the Halcyon Knight. So, the special ability that Nem Mercenary has is that he creates a clone of himself that perfectly mimics all of his movements, including any of his abilities. It won't move though; it'll just stay in the same spot. But if any of your abilities that you use, including your primary, secondary, and utility, it'll mimic all of those actions, and it'll aim wherever you're aiming. If you press the special again while the clone is still out, you'll zoom to its spot and damage any enemies that are in the way. Also, Zara taking, I think now his 4th death on the first stage, clearly charging the gold pillar all the way up was not the way to go. I don't think any of those items are worth the 3 deaths that he took. But he has taken the portal and getting out of there. He's the 3rd one to get to stage 2. It seems the plot line has worked out for Sam. He's able to get to the 2 Elder Lemurians down below, so he will have bans, which is a huge damage boost. Also reminds Zara that he doesn't have to fully charge the gold portal, or the gold pillar. So I'm gonna be pretty honest. I fully expect Sam to win here. On all just overall, he does have the most experience of these 3. The only his only real crutch, or not crutch, but his only the only leg up that Zara might have is that Sam is not used to playing modded, whereas both of the other 2 usually are. Zara more so than Octo, but Sam is more used to vanilla stuff, so he'll have to adapt more. He'll have to adapt more than the other 2 will, but he does have the most experience, so I fully expect him to just always get 1st or 2nd in every single loadout. But time will tell. Maybe he'll make some mistakes here and there. Maybe Zara or Octo will be able to catch up. I guess we'll find out. What is it? Octo finds the Summering. That's a pretty powerful equipment. I don't think either of the other 2 found that. Sam in a little bit of a pickle. Let's see if he pulls it around though. He does take a death here. Probably not too happy about that. I do want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's currently tuning in, though. This is the first time I'm doing something like this, and I do kind of want to do it again in the future if all things go well. So you can probably expect more of this at some point. Although it took a while to actually get this going. I first thought about doing this, I think 2 or so months ago, and I wasn't able to actually get it going until now. So it takes a bit to get these things going. So if I do it again in the future, it probably won't be for a while. It looks like Sam is out of there though, so he's on to stage 3, Rally Point Delta. A little unsure what Octo's doing. He looks like he's just kind of meandering about. I wonder if he's looking for the teleporter. Zara also trying to, I think, just trying to kill some more enemies to get some more gold to obtain a few more items before he decides to hit the teleporter. So now has a whole group of enemies to deal with, because I think he's been running away from them the whole time. I really want to see at least one visit to the bazaar amongst them from throughout this whole race, throughout all 4 loadouts. I think that'd be funny to see. Probably won't happen just because I've told them that that time continues while you're in the bazaar. But there are some a few extra goodies to grab in the bazaar. So the 1 or 2 of them might deem it worth it at some point, but we'll see. Getting banned away from the stage 3 teleporter. It seems like Sam has decided that it's just time to just go, because he hit the stage 3 teleporter pretty quickly after he got here. Let's see how Zar does against the Dune Strikers. Octo also activating teleporter. Let's see how he fares. Hopefully, I just want Octo to do better than he did in the last run. If I'm being completely honest, I just want him to just not do as poorly as he did last time. And so far, he seems to be actually doing okay. He's tied with deaths with Sam, so he actually seems to be doing all right. His damage seems to be doing okay too. He's able to do some decent damage on the Dune Shredders. He does need to get away from their suck, though. Otherwise, he's gonna take a death here. Does he get away in time? It's looking iffy. Zar also looking pretty iffy. Zar takes a death. Does Octo take a death? He does. Unfortunate. And the Dune Shredders got to heal a lot of that damage back, unfortunately. Seems like Sam's figured out a strat where you can just immediately place down the clone and then immediately just teleport to it for an actual quick burst of speed. Because the spawn placement of the clone when you activate the threshold is not it does not place it right next to you. It places it like a little bit ways away from you, so you can just immediately use it to get a quick burst of speed like Sam's been doing. Looks like Octo's having a little bit of a rough time with the Dune Shredders. But he does take them out, though, and does avoid a death. So that's good. Good for him. Gets a ban for his troubles, and he leaves. Zar still dealing with this stage 2 boss, though. I don't want to jinx anything, but it's kind of looking like Zar might be last on this run. He's already taken 7 deaths, so... Yeah, it looks like Sam is having absolutely no issues. That double band is going pretty hard, and he actually fell, but he's fine. Yeah, with the double band they got from stage 2, as well as the band drop from stage 2, he's got 2 fire bands and an ice band. And that's pretty much most of his damage, so he's decided that he doesn't need anything else, he just needs to go. I think he's accidentally clipping out of the ground with one of the abilities, which is a little unfortunate. But he gets the regenerating scrap. And he's just barely managing to hang on here and avoid death. Will he continue to though? He seems to keep falling. So if he can just run away from the enemies enough to avoid a death here, he'll be okay. Speaking of avoiding death, Zar is not looking too hot. He's having a time with it with these Clay Doomstriders. And there's another death. I think the Clay Doomstrider is like the one boss in the entire game that can actually like regen its health. So it's really a boss you just kind of have to keep the pressure going on him, even while it's healing. All right, looks like Sam was able to avoid enough that he was able to get some healing back, and Octo takes a death. That's his second one, I believe, or no, his third one. Looks like the coil golem is giving him some difficulty, as well as these rats. Ugh, I do not like the blind rats when they surround you. It's hard to get out of there, especially with this. He's getting messed up by the ice wisp that's freezing him, and then everything else is just messing him up while he's frozen. Yeah, takes another death there. Well, I think he'll at least find solace in that he's not getting the most messed up on this run. That would go to Zar with his 11 deaths. Sam making it to stage 5 with little to no issues. Yeah, I don't know if Zar does not have a whole lot of damage. He has an ATG, or sorry, not HG. He has a band that he just picked up, and some AP rounds, and that's about it for his damage. Octo has the same AP rounds and the band, and that's kind of also it for his damage. There was not a whole lot of damage going on in this run, aside from bands. Wow. Like the only damage that Sam has aside from bands is like Sam didn't even grab the AP rounds. Wow, he must have missed the AP rounds, but he did grab a single stack of bleed, so he has that going for him, I guess. But he's pretty much riding high on those 3 bands that he's got. So it's seeming to work pretty well for him. Like, double fireband is no joke. So I think Octo is now in the mindset of I just need to find the teleporter and go, which is not always the best mindset to be in, even if you have a few deaths. Because like if you are like on stage 2 or 3 and you've already accumulated like 3 or 4 deaths, yeah, you do want to be going, but like you still need to be picking up items, or else you're just gonna make those deaths worse and worse. Because, like, if you're not finding items, then, you know, like, you're not increasing your damage, you're not increasing your survivability, you know, and it's just going to become worse and worse as the enemies get stronger and stronger. So, that's something I might try to mention to him, both him and Zar, because they both seem to having a bit rough time of it. Zar is now on his 13th death, and Octo on his 7th. Octo's gonna be like so surprised when he's like not last. Zar looking like he wants to give up right now, but hold on, let me see if he's trying to like contact me or something. Because he's not allowed to give up yet. Oh, he is trying to message me. Give me a second, chat. I have to let him know that he's not allowed to give up yet. No one has completed the run yet. Czar! Okay. Well, it's too late now, but Hey, so yeah,
What up?
I can't let you concede until someone has at least finished their run yet. I know you were having a tough time,
was
enough time of
not.
it. I know,
No, that was. It
I
was
know,
over.
I know you're having a tough time, but like, Octo stuck through it in the last run, so I can't let you.
It was not. It couldn't have been that
Czar,
bad.
yes, he had 20 plus deaths in his last run, and he still stuck it out. So if this happens
Yeah.
again in the next 2 runs, you're gonna need to stick it out, okay?
All right. It's just I got to the point in the stage where the enemies were outscaling me.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't get money because I couldn't do enough damage. And then at that point, like I think I needed to die there.
Yeah, I saw,
It's
but
like,
like,
yeah, I have infinite lives, but like, oh my god, I cannot. Oh my god.
yeah,
it was awful.
I get that, but until at least one person has finished the run, you cannot concede yet. So.
All right.
What basically just keep in
good.
mind that like if you're dying a lot, there's a good chance that maybe the others are dying just as much. So like you might still have a chance.
Maybe. I'm gonna be real though. That was that seed intentional? Did you know what
Nope.
was in that seed?
Nope. I don't know. I don't really
Okay.
know what's in any of these
I'm gonna
seeds.
tell you
gonna
right
be
now.
honest.
Yeah, let me tell you right now. That seed had nothing. This was a dead run.
So
Literally no damage items whatsoever.
So
No
there
mobility
were
items whatsoever.
So yeah, were not a lot of damage items currently. Looking at Sam's run, for damage he has 3 bands and a tri-tip dagger. That's like all he has for damage. He has a good amount of speed though. He has two sprint cans or 2 energy drinks. I mean,
I think I tried to get the drinks, but what ended up happening was the stupid game gave me the other item. So instead of getting like increased movement speed, I got like coffee beans. It was horrible. Like oh my god, I was in there. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna literally blitz through. Like this is gonna be a century long run.
So yeah, so when you start getting to that point where it's like you're starting to rack up some deaths, the best thing to keep in mind is that you need to stay cool. Oh, did you hit main menu and not concede run?
Oh,
I'm gonna need you to
yeah.
start your run and then hit concede.
All right.
But the important thing to keep is that like you need to keep a cool head because A, others might also be having a hard time, and B, you need to keep getting items as much as you can if you're in that spot. Because if you just keep running from teleporter to teleporter without getting any extra items, you're just not going to be doing any better.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I could get by, but yeah, I should have paid attention to what items I had because I think I thought I could get a good enough item, but then I didn't take into account the fact that I couldn't kill anything because I think when like this shit started to spawn, I didn't really have a lot of ways to kill them, and oh my god! By the way, I hate Nemesis Commander now. Like or what is it? No, Mercenary. Right?
Mercenary. So
yeah, Nemesis Mercenary.
You had a bit of a bad seed. And also, the seed unfortunately picked
Dude
his.
has 0 mobility.
So
his only mobility is tied by the enemy.
Here's the funny thing. The seed unfortunately picked the 2 options that have less movement. He actually has a fair bit of movement with his alternates, but the seed unfortunately picked the ones that give you less movement. So that was a bit unfortunate. Yeah. I swear to you, he normally has more movement. He's actually normally a lot more fun to play.
I remember playing this guy too, and I'm just like, I remember not liking him because he felt really weak, but also like, I don't know, like.
So yeah,
there's a good reason why I never played him.
his alt secondary is instead of throwing out a knife, he dashes forward and does like a knife slash, and then his alt utility is basically like 2. Like he does like a commando dash, and then he does like a mercenary dash immediately after it. which both can be like in like different directions too. So, like you can dash to the left and then immediately dash back to the right. It's really good movement.
Right.
So
either way, that
it
was
was
not fun.
yeah, it was a bit of an unfortunate seed.
It was
yeah.
the seed plus the character loadout. That was horrible. That was
A little bit,
not
yeah.
fun. I would maybe proofread these before doing that because I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine what I feel like Octo's getting eaten alive or something.
No, actually, Octo's not doing anywhere near as bad as you did. Actually, he made it to stage 4 with less deaths than you got on stage 3. So
nice.
Did
you see the horribleness that was trying to what is it? The healing Beetle Guardian, just absolutely healing everyone back. I thought I could have the what is it? The Dune Strider try to kill everyone.
Yeah.
And it would have worked, but then the healing elite basically killed everyone. So I'm just like, fuck, I gotta kill the elite.
Yeah.
And then I gotta kill the boss. And the boss killed me.
You were definitely having a time of it.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah, no.
Just get me out of here.
Yeah, this is definitely a rougher seed, but I don't necessarily regret this. I think it's I think it's a little interesting to see how players push through having less than optimal items. Sam taking 2 deaths on the Mythic's boss fight though.
I think he's gonna win either way.
Well, he's definitely gonna win, but
yeah, no, the race. Because he's already won 2.
He was slated to win this. I'm gonna be completely honest, but
yeah.
I still wanted to run it anyway because I just thought it would be fun in general. So
I see.
With the exception of this run, you had fun in the last run, right?
I guess so. It was kind of scuffed though. I think for mine, I noticed that the Newt, I think the first one I could have optimized a bit better. I think I got cocky once I got the boomerang, but also I tried to go to Newt, but the issue was that it was either so on the first stage I made a whoopsie where I went through the green portal, not I went through the green portal, not the blue portal.
So going through the green portal is fine. It just takes you to the next stage. What I think you forgot to do is that you greeted it a little bit and fully charged the gold portal. If you end it early, you'll fight a weakened version of the Halcyon, and you'll get 1 item, and then you can just go through the portal immediately.
What do you mean do it early?
So if you go up to the gold portal before it finishes charging, you can opt to end the charging early, and it'll drop down a item selection that will let you only select 1 item. But then it'll also spawn a weakened Halcyon for you to kill, and then once it's dead, you can go through the portal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. I thought you had to finish the whole
nope.
thing. So
no, you can end it pretty early. I think you only have to charge it maybe 15 or 20% before you're allowed to end it. So that's what Sam's been doing this entire time. Anytime a gold portal has spawned, he's charged it a little bit, ended it, fought the Halcyon, and then gone through the portal that spawns in. But wow, Sam getting his 4th death on the boss fight. So this was a rough fight for everybody.
Yeah, this round just sucked. For me, there was no movement, no damage, and then I got stuck on stages because I couldn't kill things fast enough. And at that point, I'm just I'm basically in a forever the pit. I couldn't climb out of the pit. The pit kept growing.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
I was gonna say I feel like there should be a rule where if you reach a certain amount of time over, then you should at least concede.
Okay, so
if I got 300 hours or something,
so
at that point just
okay, so first nobody's allowed to concede until at least 1 person has finished. After that, it is up to everybody. It's up to the individual player's discretion because if at least 1 person has finished, that means whoever finishes second can still get points, and because that's how we're scoring this is via points. So you can still get points even if you finish second, but if you really want to forego the option of losing out on points, then I guess that's up to you.
Right.
So I would say don't give up until I say you can give up, even if you think you're doing really badly, because, like, if you're doing really badly, odds are everybody else is also having a time of it.
Maybe. Either way, I didn't want to deal with that mess anymore, so I just got out.
Well, for the next 2 runs,
At some point, it's just
don't do that.
like, don't torture me. You know, it's like...
I get that, just don't do that for the next 2 months, okay?
We'll see. If I get like 300 hours on one, I'm just cutting my losses.
If you get that high, then, like, you know, just keep going until until at least one person has finished, and then I'll get on the horn and be like, hey, you can concede if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because if even Sam's getting like 6 deaths, then clearly, it's gonna be hard for everyone.
Yeah. Did Sam finish?
No, he's still in the boss fight.
Oh. What phase?
He's on phase 3, I believe. Yeah.
The one where he takes all your items, or
phase 3 is not when he takes items. That's phase 4.
Oh, that's like, yeah, okay. It'd be crazy if he got a phase 4 skip.
He does have 2 fire bands, so that's very possible. Yeah, he was able to do the pot rolling in stage 2, so he was able to get both bands, so that's where his damage is.
I did not bother, yeah. I was thinking about it, like, man, I would love to do pot rolling, but I knew for a fact that if I tried to, my timer was just going to keep going, and I was kind of screwed.
I mean, if you were able to successfully do it, then you would have had the damage to get out of there without so many deaths.
Maybe, but I think I was basically Jover from stage 1 because I left too early.
Yeah.
And I thought I could get. I thought I could get better items because when I tried doing the Halcyon Shrine, I got the 3 items, but they all sucked.
Yeah.
It was literally like
they were really bad items. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's like the trade-off, right? It could be good, could be bad.
Yeah. Like that's probably fun to do in a casual run, but for this setting, you probably just want to end that early, grab one item, and just go. Like, even if you don't go through the green portal, like even if you just had to do the teleport event, I still wouldn't fully charge the gold portal. Just because like fighting the extra strength Halcyon and having to just charge that is just not worth the time and effort.
Yeah.
And is that his 10th death, I think?
Damn.
They're actually close to being even on deaths. That's crazy. Because Octo currently has 13, and I think Sam either has 10 or 11? 10. So, they're actually not too far apart on death. Octo's going to be very surprised to hear that.
What stage is he fighting with?
Stage is on phase... no, Octo is on the boss fight of stage 5. Okay. Or is that the boss? Actually, I don't know if he's hit the boss, actually. He might not have hit the boss. That might just be a normal spawning boss enemy. You're allowed to watch the others, by the way, if you want.
I'm good. I'm just doing other stuff in the meantime.
Alright.
Yeah, but that was misery.
Well, all I can say is I hope the next seed has better items at least, because full melee accurate is gonna be a little rough.
Horrible.
I'm just praying that you guys have better items.
Me too. I will say maybe like do the seeds, like, you know.
So I guess I could do that for the future. Yeah. The risk of resource. Well, okay. Even if it's like a like bad items, I might still like just keep the seed regardless, because like again if you guys just have easy items for like every single run, you guys just blaze through it. It's like, well, then there's like no challenge. I think it's good to have at least like one run where it's like you have to struggle a bit.
I suppose it's just it sucked.
I know, I totally get that, but like, that's just how things be sometimes.
Mhm.
Gotta take the good with the bad, you know. Regardless of how this next one goes, though, I think the fourth one will be probably better, just because of how Ravager works.
Right, I'm a little more familiar with Ravager too.
Because you
Oh
actually
wait,
have a little
it's a
bit
random
more.
loadout, so it could be really good or really bad. I remember he had some like dookie.
I think the loadout
abilities.
what he has is his special is the one where he'll like grab and like drag an enemy. I
Okay.
think his utility is where he charges up a giant laser that absorbs any and all projectiles, which is really good.
No, that's not
That
good. That's
that
his worst
sounds
special.
bad. That does sound bad at first.
No, I've played Ravager. I know which is his good, like his best
I know.
abilities. That
It's-
laser sucks because it
the-
doesn't absorb everything. It only absorbs projectiles. Not like it doesn't absorb melee hits.
It
doesn't
absorbs
absorb,
laser beams though, which is surprising. But true. I think it'll be interesting though. Let's see. That is Sam on his 16th death, and I think Octo's up to, is that 19? 19.
Damn.
Both of them are going to have some choice words about this seed.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's why I ended early. I'm just like, nope. I
Well,
see where this is
you-
going. I'm not going any further.
well,
It's crazy is that they got to Mythics before I did, and like I had like, I think like 5 times the deaths they had. So imagine if I actually stuck through it.
yeah, if you actually stuck through it, you
it
might have
was
actually
over.
been, you know.
No, if I had stuck through it, I would have been like at 30 deaths.
I mean, who knows? Maybe, maybe
Gotta be
not.
real. There was, I did not. I needed like a gajillion items. Oh, is it done?
Oh no, hold on. He wants out, and Sam is not yet finished. So I have to tell him like, hey, you're not done yet.
Hey, if he goes out, he's technically second. So
No, no. If you specifically concede your run, you get 0 points.
like, bruh.
So I have to tell him just hey, finish your run because
Tell
you
him
can still
that.
get
Tell him
points.
that I quit early and that I get no points or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That should motivate him more. Be like, oh shit. It'd be really
God
funny if.
Damn it. Okay, I need to tell Octo about this too now. He didn't message me in time.
Whoops.
Okay. Hey Octo.
Welcome to the party,
Yeah.
Octo.
So I know that seed was bad, but you are not.
That was the
okay.
worst.
I know. However, you are not allowed to concede until at least one person has finished their run, and nobody had yet finished their run. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So for the future seeds, you are not allowed to quit until I specifically give you permission
Okay.
to. Okay.
All right. What was
Because
happening was
you were
I
guaranteed
was
points
spawning,
if you had finished.
dying, spawning, dying, spawning, dying, and I couldn't do anything.
Yeah. I was.
Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't play.
So here's the
Not
thing,
wait,
though.
on.
Like you were matching death for death with Sam, though, and he was on the Mythics fight. So
Oh yeah, Octo. Technically, you're second place because
Yeah.
I actually quit out much earlier.
yeah. But you don't
If I
get
could
points
never
though because
play
you
that
conceded.
character
So
again. Yeah.
okay. So here's the thing. You guys actually got a little bit stiffed with that particular loadout because you got the two
You think?
alternates with that did not give you the movement options. He actually has both a secondary and a separate utility that both give him much more movement. You guys just got a little stiffed there.
If he had
I
a
don't think it's-
primary attack, that'd also be really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, his primary, it's not meant
It
to attack at
sucks.
range.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a close range
Also-
option.
Yeah. Also, I could see the whole teleporting behind thing, but there were 3 magma worms on the map, and if I hit shift, it would lock onto one of them that was underneath the stage, and that would also instantly kill me.
Oh,
Holy
is that
shit.
what was happening? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like
Holy shit.
constant.
That's
so
why you guys are
that's-
teleporting
that's-
through the stage. Okay.
Yeah. So I was
God.
teleporting through the stage, and if I didn't do that, I immediately died, and that's why I gave up. Because like I literally can't do anything.
Octo, want to know? What do you
Yeah.
want to hear my story or what happened to me?
Yeah. What happened?
Okay. No, shut up, Kirby. Let me explain it. So, okay, Octo, for stage 1, I try going for the Halcyon Shrine. I completely forget that I need damage items. So now I'm having to charge it while the enemies are getting stronger, and then I finally get the the big
The
golem
Halcyon Knight,
to spawn.
Yeah.
I get the Halcyon Knight to spawn, but this motherfucker has hands, and he starts killing me. Like, I think I died 5 times in
You
that.
died
one
a few
level.
times, yeah, on the first stage.
Yeah, and then
Hey.
I found, and like I didn't know you could like stop the charge of the Halcyon Shrine early, so it charged all the way, and I got the item drop or whatever.
Yeah.
But all 5 items sucked ass. The best thing on there was a Harvester Scythe,
Yeah.
and that didn't even save me, by the way. And then after that, I took the green portal too early. But you know what the strangest part is?
Yeah. What was that?
It warped me to the second stage, not to the extra stage for the Lost Sun. So like I got stiffed on that too, and then I got stuck
man.
on the second stage because of the fact that whatchamacallit, yeah, I just didn't have enough items. So I tried full looting everything, and when I did, I had like a good chunk of items. But then when I tried to charge a teleporter, what is it?
God, I hate this character.
Yeah,
This character
All right,
yes,
so-
yes,
Try to
yes.
have
All
one
right,
guy
hold
do
on.
a quick-
Everybody, calm down for a second.
Yes.
So,
Let's
let
try
me
it.
let me quick explain to Sam. You guys got a little stiff with this particular loadout because you got none
Yes,
of the movement options that this character normally has. He has both an alternate secondary and an alternate utility that give him far more movement, and you guys got a little stiffed on both. So, I'm really unfortunate with this seed. There were not a lot of damage items either.
Like modded characters. More.
Yeah.
This makes me less likely to come back to them.
Yeah. So, not a great seed.
Okay, who won?
You did because both of the other two gave up before I gave them permission to. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, so like I was actually telling Octo my story. Basically, I got stuck really hard on. Okay, so I got slightly stuck on stage 1, and then I got pretty stuck on stage 2, and then stage 3, I could not kill a single regular blind pest in like less than 4 hits, and at that point the enemy started spawning too much, and I think I had like 10 deaths at the time or something.
Phase 2 Mithrix was stupid.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard,
Yeah,
heard
you
that-
were. Yeah, he was. Sam was dying a lot on Mithrix.
Did you see me fucking? Did you see my fucking chat message?
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So, going forward.
can-
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry. What do you want to say,
I'm
Octo?
sorry, I just need like 2 minutes to use the bathroom.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
So, going forward, nobody's allowed to give up until at least 1% of finishes. So, I don't care how bad it's going. It's probably going to get just as bad for everyone else. Please just stick with it, okay? No
That's what
giving
kept
up.
Me through it.
And then Beach wanna. Well, I'll wait till Octo gets back because I need to remind both you and him that you can go through the gold portal a little bit earlier.
yeah, I essentially got stuck, and I think I had like 80 minutes on my clock by stage 3, and at that point I'm just like,
What is
yeah,
this
no, I'm not
disgusting
catching
ass Acrid skin?
It's
oh, is it the
weapon one, yeah.
God, this is disgusting.
It kind of.
yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, my biggest complaint during that whole run was that I
Mhm.
found 0 damage items, and I found 1 mobility item.
Yeah, there was not a lot of great items that you guys found.
I also misclicked on multiple of my items during that run. So,
Really? Oh.
yeah, like I didn't mean to get the fucking predatory instincts. I wanted the elusive antler.
Oh no.
I should have
yeah.
kept the saw. I should have kept the saw meringue at Dunhill.
Yeah, that was
the
something.
saw was
Yeah.
a good damage.
That was something that that Octo was rocking. It was actually doing good work for him for a little while there until he started getting overwhelmed.
I mean, in the end, I decided I valued a pillar skip over that, but that was the wrong decision.
Yeah, I saw you trying to use that during the fight, and you were getting blasted for it.
Well, not all.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
It's definitely the least useful movement equipment. during
Yeah.
the first fight, yeah.
So before you guys go on this next run, I just want to remind Octo, no quitting out before someone finishes, and then
All right.
remember that if you charge the gold portal, you can stop it early, kill the Halcyon Knight in a weakened state, and then go through the green portal and get out of stages a lot quicker.
Okay.
So, just to give you guys some just a few tips and tricks here. So,
I can't
alright,
believe the only unmodded character we're doing
is fucking Blackguard, yeah.
God.
So I'm just gonna hope you guys have better items on this run, but just keep faith that the last character that you guys will be doing will be a lot better. So I have confirmation on this.
I hope to God.
All right, I guess so. You guys ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready.
All right, let me count you down. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so, Blight Melee Acrid, meaning he does not have his spit, and he's running Blight instead of Poison. And the other thing is, his leap is not the Caustic Leap. So this is pretty much like the worst loadout you can have for Acrid, pretty much. The only thing that Blight has over Poison is that it can stack, and it can also kill. Whereas Poison, you only stack it once, and you just refresh it, and it can actually not kill. You have to do something else to actually land the finishing blow. So those are the only things that Blight has over Poison. I like to think that Blight is better than Poison in the early game, but Poison far outweighs Blight in the late game. So, which is usually what you're more concerned about. So it's usually why most people run Poison over Blight when running Acrid. So, but yeah, let's see how they go here. I'm already seeing a gasoline in that try shop that Czar's just passed by, so hopefully everyone picks that up, because that's great AoE damage. Alright, Czar managed to grab it, so that should be some really good early AoE. Let's hope the other two find it as well. Sam already spawning in the Halcyon as he is normally to do, and taking care of it pretty handily, honestly. So instead of the bite, Octo taking his first death. It's not great. Hopefully he can find some items to help with that. But I was about to say that Bite Acrid, while leaving him with virtually no range, does give him a little bit more healing, because whenever you attack an enemy with Bite, you gain some regeneration back. So if nothing else, it's at least a little bit of healing. So both Sam and Czar have the gasoline now. I can only hope that Octo finds it as well. So I think Czar was right earlier. I probably should have vetted these a little bit better, but I don't have access to the same resources that the official channel Risk of Resources does, because they the way they have it set up is that whenever they do the seeds, they actually have a little list that lets you know exactly what the stages are, where all the items are on each stage and everything, so they can actually just see what spawns in way ahead of time, and I kind of don't have access to that. At least not from what I can, at least not that I know of it. I'm not sure if it's a separate mod or if it's something specifically that specifically they made for themselves or something. So, alright, Sam getting out of stage 1 with 1 death. So far, only Czar has not taken a death. Ooh, however, I didn't see that. They do each have the new Seekers of the Storm item, the Noxious Thorn, which is really good for Acrid, because whenever you debuff and debuff an enemy, it then spreads to other enemies on kill. So that's really good. which is going to be some greatly needed AoE. Octo has yet to find the gasoline in the tri-shop, or if he did, maybe he accidentally took something else. I don't know. But there Octo goes, fighting against the Wandering Vagrant. Let's see if Zara can remember to not fully charge the gold portal this time. Or if he's just gonna greed and attempt to fully charge it anyway. It seems with both the Noxious Thorn and the Gasoline though, he's not having too much time. Okay, so he does remember to stop the charge, so that's good. And with both the Gasoline and the Noxious Thorn, he's actually able to make quick work of the Halcyon Knight. Octo having a time taking on this Wandering Vagrant though. Seems like he might need to maybe kill some of the other enemies for a little bit before attacking the Vagrant again. The Vagrant is like just above the threshold of which he'd start doing like the giant nuke. So. And Zara's on the stage too, and Octo takes another death there. So, just to let everybody know, Octo is the least experienced out of the 3 players, so that's why he's the one taking the most deaths out of all the 3 of them. Out of the amount of hours played, I think Sam has like over 1,000. I think Zara has like a few hundred. I think Octo maybe has like less than 50. So. That's the experience level of these 3 players. I thought it'd be interesting to, have someone who's like a novice, a pro, and like somewhere in between, just to like see how differently they all play. Definitely how I set that up. Definitely wasn't just, by chance. And then after getting one more death, he finishes off the Vagrant. Getting a cryptic source for it, and that item that when you run and then stop running, at least it unleashes a small explosion around you. Sam already on to the stage 2 boss. Stone Titan shouldn't be too difficult. So unfortunately, Octo did not find the gasoline nor the fireworks, but he did at least get the Noxious Thorn, which would really help. He did also get a little bit of defense as well, so hopefully that'll help him. Seems everyone actually got the defense, so that's good. Sam was having a little bit of trouble in the boss fight, it would seem. Let's see if he can avoid dying. Ooh, using Cryptic Source along with the jump that Acrid has kind of does like double damage there. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, looks like Sam's cleaning up this teleporter here. And does he want to attempt to do... to roll pots? Having a charger from there instead of the AP rounds. We'll see if that helps him or not. It does seem like he might be going around trying to find the buttons, because he has finished charging teleporter, so. Oh, wait. He got inside? I looked away for a second, and then he all of a sudden got inside. Did he glitch his way in? Or did he actually just roll the pots and I wasn't paying attention? He probably rolled pots. I don't think it's possible to glitch your way in here. At least not anymore. It used to be at one point, but I don't think it is anymore. But he once again grabs both bands, so that's going to be really huge for him in terms of damage. Especially for melee acrid. Ooh, an unstable transmitter? That should help him a lot. So Zar, I don't know if he's looking for the teleporter or if he's looking for, like, the pot rolling or if he's doing something else, but maybe he's just trying to grab some items. Anyways, so we do get to see one appearance of the bazaar. So Sam decides to grab a few extra items here. You're allowed to grab up to 3 items here. This is a very specific mod. Items have a random chance of appearing here, with white being the most common, and you can get up to actually boss items having like a 0.5% chance of spawning. But you're allowed to grab up to 3 items at whatever the base cost of a chest would be, or a big chest would be, depending on the item of the stage that you were just in. So he grabs a few items from there and decides to leave. Once again, important to note that time is not paused here, so these are not free items. He is actually wasting some time just to grab these items. Oh, it's this song again. I'm gonna skip it this time. But he goes on to stage 3. Zar doing the teleporter for stage 2. He's finally found it. So far, no additional deaths, which is really good. And as I say that, Sam takes a death from getting frozen. I jinxed it. Commentator's curse. But neither Zar nor Octo have taken any additional deaths from what they have previously gotten. So. Octo's having a slightly more rough time of it just because he'd never got the gasoline item. Whereas Zara can at least kill, like, if he has to deal with flying enemies, he can at least kill a nearby ground enemy, and that will spread to the others. But Octo doesn't quite have that. All he's got is the Noxious Thorn. It looks like he might take a death here to the Golem laser. No, just barely survives it, actually. And then dies to a ground slam. Hopefully, if he focuses down the boss, he should actually be able to do enough damage to take him down pretty quickly. Zara killing the boss and doing so pretty handily. Let's see if he goes through the portal or not. I think he's gonna opt not to. Yep, he takes on the boss and gets that Titanic Neural for it. Nice. Sam already on to stage 4. He decided to just skip stage 3. Is Zara also going to the portal? It looked like he was nearby it. In fact, he is, so he'll also be able to grab a few extra items here. Again, the timer is not paused, and looks like some different items spawned in for him, which I might have to now disallow because different items spawned in for Okay. Well, I'm not gonna stop this run, but I guess I'll have to not allow it for the last run then, because I thought it would be the same items, but for some reason it's different items, which is very weird. Looks like he's gonna look for a lunar. Ah, taking focus convergence. Interesting. Guess he's hoping to get some faster teleporter charges. Okay. But that so he'll be the last into stage 3. So far I'm pretty sure this run has been better. We have not had like 10 plus deaths on the first couple of stages, so. And Zam already on the way to stage 5. He has found a shrine that is going to be of no use to him, but he's curious about it because he's never seen it before. That's a that is a shrine that is only good for if you're looping, and since nobody's going to be looping, that shrine is actually just worthless. What that shrine does is that you pay to get an item that essentially, when you loop, it makes you essentially just go through the exact same stages that you went through before, instead of having like different items. Anyways, Octo and Zar are still looting stage 3, although Zar decides to head to the teleporter now. Octo takes an unfortunate death against the Coil Golem. This has honestly been Octo's best run yet. And I know he's already gotten like 5 or 6 deaths, but like the past 2 runs were the worst, as you guys are well aware. Ah, and now a storm is starting. That's actually horrible. He should actually not start the teleport event while this is happening. He should actually probably wait this out, because otherwise the teleport event will probably just be worse. But like, I also wouldn't blame him if he did start the teleporter event now. He does have like a horde of enemies following him though, so I get that he's trying to like heal up. He also needs to like do something. He also needs to just do something about them. There is a TC 280 here. That's interesting. No way they're gonna get enough cash for it though. Alright, Zara on stage 4. And immediately gets assaulted by a fucking giant jellyfish. Meanwhile, Sam's dealing with a grandparent. Doesn't seem like Octo has a whole lot of speed. From what it looks like, it's mostly either damage or defense. Does not have much speed. Doesn't seem like Zar has a whole lot of speed either, but Sam has picked up a couple of energy drinks, so he at least has that going for him. Oh, Void Seed on stage 4. Okay, I must have missed that when Sam was going through it. Okay, so Octo's finally dealing with all the enemies, which is good, and I don't think he's died yet, so... Or hasn't died any additional times, I should say, although this imp is giving him the business, which he might just die here due to him being frozen. Yeah, getting frozen in this game is like is tantamount to like a death sentence. I have been screwed over by getting frozen so many times. Especially in the later levels when there's going to be a lot more stronger enemies. So I don't know if Octo's even found this level yet. I don't know if he knows where to go. Maybe he's trying to get this TC 280. He does get it! So that should help. Okay, I think he's heading towards the teleporter now. He did outlast the storm, so that's a good thing. So far, Zar actually has no deaths, so... Whereas Sam already has 3, and I think Octo has 7. So, there's actually a chance that Zar wins this. Because, having a 15-minute lead over, like, even though Sam is a stage ahead of him, having that 15-minute lead, that's quite a lead, so... Unless he messes up and also dies a few times, he might actually have a shot at winning this run. Or winning this loadout. Octo unfortunately taking a death over the Imp Overlord, but comes back and cleans him up. Feel a little bad for Octo because, like I said, he was the least experienced one here, so throwing him into like a harder difficulty such as this with some less than stellar loadouts was not great. So the reason I picked this scene in particular was because it shows off the most of the modded characters. I didn't, again, I didn't perfectly vet them. I didn't go through like each and every stage. I didn't go through each and every area to like see exactly what items were going to be available and all that. But I wanted to show off the most of the mod characters that I could. So and believe me when I say that, I went through like 50 different seeds before I settled on one. So. But yeah, this particular one was the one that had 3 modded characters. The most I could ever get from other seeds was like 1 or 2. And I wanted to try my hardest to have like 3. So I didn't want it to be completely all modded characters. I wanted to have at least 1 vanilla character. So that's why I kind of wanted to have at least like 1 vanilla and then like 3 modded. Sam doing the strat of just jumping off with Acrid Slam just to avoid fall damage. So Zar inside the Void Seed. I don't know why. But it seems he did take care of the boss of this stage, so that's good. And I can't see what that red item is, but I guess he'll get it whenever he can. Oh, Sam's actually attempting to pillar skip here. I don't know if he has the resources to be able to. It is a head stompers. So I think you can technically pillar skip with head stompers, but I don't think Zara knows the strats in order to do that. So, damn, if I'll have to tell Sam that he missed out on some head stompers. Overall, I think this one has gone a lot better. We have had less than 10 deaths per racer, so that's good. Although Octo is on 9, so he'll probably go over 10 at some point, I would imagine. But Sam already doing pillars, starting off with the blood pillar. And there's 2 blood pillars, so you can just do both in quick succession here. Oh, Sam taking another death here. which gives Zara an even bigger chance. Did he take a second death? Oh my gosh, he did. He's on 5 deaths now. Zara has a very real chance to win this now. Ooh, Shuriken on stage 4 for Acrid is kind of huge, actually. So I wonder how Octo's going to approach this Void Seed. Is he just going to try to ignore it, or is he going to try to deal with it? The Alloy Worship unit did spawn, and the Void Seed was in the exact same spot that the Alloy Worship unit spawned in. So if you, it's very possible to just let the Void Seed do the work, but it seems he's opted to go for the teleporter instead. I don't know if he meant to spawn in the Alloy Worship unit, but he's not going to have to deal with that as well. But Sam going into the boss, Mithrix. Is there not a single nade there? Single node? Is that what he said? Yep, there goes Octo taking his 10th death. Yeah, I'm gonna assume he did not mean to spawn in the Alloy Worship unit, because having to deal with that plus the teleporter boss is not great. I'm gonna assume that the spawning of the Alloy Worship unit was a mistake or just completely unintentional. But Zaru still not taking a single death yet. Quite impressive, honestly. Seeing as Sam has already taken 5, and Octo is now taking more than double that. I'm gonna have to let Octo know that, and just after all is done through, I'm just proud that he did as well as he did, you know, because he's been having the worst time of it, and I'm just proud that he did what he did, you know. He didn't have to agree to this, you know. He could have raged out and just stopped after the first round, you know. He could have, but he's a real trooper. He stuck through it, you know. And I'm gonna have to make sure he knows that once we're all done. Ah, Octo, Zara finding the Shrine of Wind, which lets you pick which boss you get to fight, and with a slightly increased chance of having the boss item drop. I think it's an extra 5% chance or something. So I think he picked. Did he pick the Overloading Worm? Yeah. So arguably one of the toughest bosses one of the toughest teleporter bosses in the game. But if he gets the boss drop out of this, it might be worth it. But if he gets a death here, it probably won't have been worth it. Sam taking another death on Mithrix. This is still first phase, yeah. So I think, yeah, this is still first phase, yeah. Octo is still not doing well with these Solus control units. Normally the strat for melee Acrid would just be to get on top of one of them, but since there's 3 of them, he can't exactly dodge damage by doing that. Especially with the Alloy one there too as well. Yeah, he's probably having a bit of some rage right now. I genuinely don't think he meant to spawn in the Alloy Worship unit. I'm gonna be completely honest, because he hit the teleporter soon after he spawned in the Alloy. So I genuinely don't think he meant to spawn in the Alloy. Zara's still not dying, but he is around half health, and so is the Overloading Worm actually. So looks like he's trying to take a bit of a breather, get some health back. I'm gonna guess that Octo's probably gonna be stuck on this stage. I don't see him getting out of this anytime soon. Yeah. If he had if this was poison, then he could have just safely like applied the poison and then just ran. But unfortunately, it's blight, and you can't really do that. With blight, you have to be aggressive. You know, with poison, you can kind of just play passively, just like poison the enemies and then run away for a bit. With blight, you have to be aggressive because A, it stacks, so like you need to take advantage of that, and B, it has the potential to kill. So, and like, you know, the more you stack it, the more damage it does. So, kind of you kind of need to be aggressive when playing blight. You know, you can't just blight something and then run away because it's only gonna do like what, like 20 damage or some shit. I think honestly his best bet here is just to keep throwing his body at the control units until they're just dead. Like he's gonna take several deaths for it, but like I don't know what else he can do at this point. Zar amazingly still not dying to this overloading worm. He's slowly whittling it down. I can only hope he gets the boss out of him from this, because otherwise it will have kind of been for naught. Sam making it to phase 2 of Mythics. Alright, well the boss is almost dead for Octo, but the Alloy Worship unit I don't think is, but the Teleporter boss at least should be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Souls Control units are almost dead, just not the Alloy one. Okay, so I think so he does not need to kill the Alloy Worship unit in order to leave. I sure hope he knows that. Because he should definitely just get out at this point. He should grab whatever items and just leave. Okay, he does know. Okay, good. Yeah, I genuinely think that Alloy, he's controlling the Alloy, was 100% a mistake. I'll ask him about it afterwards, but I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. He definitely gained like 10 deaths there. Yeah. Octo has not had a single run where he's had more than 10 deaths. I feel so bad for him. But I gotta let him know that he is a trooper. He's been sticking with it. But Zar now on the moon. It looks like he did get the charged perforator, so it was worth it to use the Shrine of the Wind there. Does he have the vase? He does have the vase. He can skip pillars. Oh my gosh! I didn't see that he picked up the vase. All right, you can go straight to Mythics. So since he has no death, he has a very real chance of winning this as long as he doesn't die during the Mythics fight. Because Sam already has 7 deaths, so that's an extra what, like plus 30, I think. So yeah. So I think Octo probably just is back in the mindset of like, I just need to find the teleporter and go, which again, not the best because he needs some items to be able to maintain survivability. But like at this point, it's not great. Sam not looking too healthy himself. Zar kind of doing okay, actually. Oh, he takes a death here, though. That's okay for him, though, because that's his first death of the entire run. So as long as he doesn't take any more, he'll probably be fine. Sam is on phase 3 now, so he's getting close to finishing. So I think after Zar or Sam finishes off, I think I'll let Octo know that he can give up if he wants. Because at this point, it's kind of pretty clear what the placing is going to be. It's probably going to be Zar first, but because an extra 9 deaths at this point is a pretty big hill to overcome. So I think I'm pretty sure Zar wins this one, but as soon as either one of them finishes, because Zar is still only in phase 1, where Sam was on phase 3. Yeah, I think Sam is just now in the mindset of just like, I just need to do whatever's possible. The fuck if I die, just get the damage in, like. And to be fair, I would probably be at that same mindset at this point too. Like after like 10 deaths, it's just like, okay, well, it doesn't really matter if I gain any more deaths. I'm probably gonna be last at this point. I should probably just try to wrap this up as quick as I can. So we're almost done with the first phase. Nice. Ends up with a slam. Oh my god, roll the pennies. He's not happy to see that. Ugh. You really hate seeing roll of pennies on stage 5 of all, I mean, at the very least, it should maybe help him get some more cash to open other chests, but like, ugh. Well, he's found the teleporter, so he's probably just gonna go for it. Yep. Meanwhile, Zara not having too much of an issue with this. The electric, I'm forgetting what it's called, the electric thing that zaps some enemies that are nearby you. Yeah, he found that in the bazaar, and that's been really helping him. Alright, Zara on to phase 3. Zara actually might pass up Sam, depending on how much he's able to burst down Mithrix. Because Sam's also still in phase 3. And has not made a whole lot of progress. Octo doing his best to take down this grandparent here. Definitely gonna take some deaths here, though. I think, yeah, Sam was also up to plus 10 plus deaths. Jeez. So this one, a second death on Zar, but like he's completely chill. Like, he might not know it, but he's actually completely chill. It's gonna be interesting to see who actually finishes first here. Zara actually caught up to Sam. Because Sam apparently did not have enough damage going into this. Yeah, as you can see, Zara got several more items than Sam did, so... Well, after several more deaths, Octo is finally making it to the moon. I doubt he'll get to Mythics in time, but we'll see. Hopefully he does, Like, I wish nothing but the best for him, but, based on based on how he's been doing, I don't know. Sam taking another death from all the ads that they're spawning in around Mithrix. He's almost on phase 3 though. He's got like Mithrix has like a sliver of health left. Alright, that's on to phase 4, and look at that! Wait, did he get the phase 4 skip? He didn't? Oh, that's crazy. I could have sworn I saw the lava pillar. Huh, that's crazy that I didn't hit him. Zara taking another death, but it's not gonna matter too much. Yep, Zar almost on phase 3 himself. And... oof. And... almost. And then Sam's done with Mithrix. And Zar's on to phase 4. So it looks like Sam will be finishing first in real time, but definitely not first in in-game time. I'm glad that at least Octo made it to the moon. Again, I don't think he's going to make it to Mythics before the other two finish, but at least he made it to the moon, and I'm proud of him for that. Hopefully Uzar doesn't rack up any more deaths here. He just needs to find a good point to jump in, because that's all he can do at this point. Where is he? Is he firing something at him? Oh, does he have an equipment that lets him shoot things? And, well, Sam is done, so let's bring him in. Hello.
Hello.
So, you were doing pretty well in the run up until Mithrix.
Yeah, I was not happy with that.
Yeah, that was kind of rough, huh?
I mean, no speed items for the entire run will do that to you.
Mm-hmm. You did miss one big item on stage 4, and that was a headset.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have made a big difference.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was the one that was locked away behind the alloy, so
oh,
you would have had to kill the alloy. Yeah. Zar opted to fight Awu, and
I thought you meant that there was like a chest.
no. Zar did opt to fight Awu, and he was pretty well rewarded for it. So. He also only had, he's currently fighting phase 4 Mythics, and he only has 3 deaths currently, so...
Yeah.
He's actually doing quite well. I think I'm pretty sure he's going to be first in this run.
Okay, so what are the point standings going to be at that point then?
So... You'll still be in the lead. It'll be...
I know, I want to know by how much.
By enough that I don't think it'll matter. Actually, hold on a second.
Cool, so I don't have to do the rest run.
Wait. No, actually, that's a lie. If Zar was to win this next one as well, you guys would be tied, actually. So you do still need to put forth effort.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I wanted to be done. I'm tired of this shit.
Sorry, we got one more to go.
Yeah, no.
I guarantee you this last one's gonna be better though.
If you're looking for feedback, I dislike this format.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's fair.
Opinions about this.
I didn't vet the seeds as well as I should have, and that's on me. So I will if I do this again, I will definitely vet the seeds better.
I also have issues with modded characters.
Yes, that's yeah.
Modded content generally.
Yeah. Duly noted.
That
yeah.
I do in vanilla to actually matter.
No, 100%.
It does. It still matters here.
I mean, yeah, it does still because like you're still like pretty much outperforming the others, but
yeah. I just want what the fuck do I have to deal with for this next character? Is it a cooldown based?
It is no. It is a melee based character that has a mechanic where they draw blood from enemies, and you can either use that blood to empower your attacks or to heal yourself.
Still a melee based survivor.
Yeah, but way better than melee aggro. I will tell you that much. A lot more movement options, a lot more.
Believe it or not, I've never actually played melee acrid because I just knew how bad he was.
Yeah, most people haven't.
Yeah, Yeah, neither have I played Blight because I knew how bad it was.
I used to play Blight really early on because like I was like, oh, poison can't kill, but Blight can. I'll play Blight then. You know what?
I barely noticed a difference, or at least the fact that Blight can kill barely did anything.
I mean, I found out. I like to think that Blight is better for early game and Poison's better for late game.
Yeah.
But since late game is the one that matters more than early game, I feel like Poison is the overall
Yeah, and also
winner.
just percentage-based damage to enemies
Yes,
is insane, no matter what you're looking at it from.
True, yeah.
But this just goes to show how much this survivor struggles without that huge buff that he has.
Yeah.
Trying to rely on Epidemic to kill flying enemies.
Right? Yeah.
That Shuriken was a godsend, though.
Oh, that Shuriken was huge. Alright, Zara just finished up. I'm gonna bring him in. Yeah, once again, you were the only one to get bans.
Obviously, you clearly have a mod that makes it so pot rolling is unnecessary.
So,
Yeah. So you got first, Zara.
what?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
shot.
Sam died a whole lot on Mithrix.
Yeah, I have 16 deaths.
Let me.
I
I'm
don't blame
gonna.
you. I died like 3 times, I think.
I'm gonna let Octo know that he can stop if he wants to. Octo, you're allowed to stop if you want to now.
Alright.
Alright, so,
Weirdly enough, the second place, or the person who finished second got first.
yeah. Really,
'cause I
really
just
interesting run.
Started tilting during the Mithrix fight.
Yeah. The inclusion of Zar being the only one to kill Awu and getting the drop from it, really actually helped him a lot.
Which one?
Yeah.
Getting the, headset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, my cat was walking in front of me during the Mithrix fight, if you noticed.
Oh.
Oh boy.
May have been responsible for 1 or 2 of those +5s.
Oh boy.
So I could not find any of those alternate exits, and every level and every boss was almost exclusively spawning flying enemies, which is kind of getting to me.
Yeah, that was. It was a little rough.
We
Yeah.
Level-headed this time.
Yeah, we happened to roll what's it called? Ryder or whatever the first survivor was, and then 3 of the least fun or 2 of the least fun survivors in existence.
I guarantee you, this last one will be more fun. It is by the same mod author that the first character was. So.
Interesting.
I've had horrific injuries that I think I had more fun experiencing. Acrid
run
with
was wild.
only flying enemies and only flying bosses.
Yep.
I got pretty lucky because I found a fireworks early on in a gas
Oh,
lane.
yeah.
Yeah.
That alone saved my
Fireworks
ass with AoE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so here's the funny thing. You all found the Noxious Thorn, but only Zar and Sam found the gasoline, which was a little unfortunate for
And the ignition
for
Yeah.
Octo.
Yeah.
Did you see me using
Yeah, wherever
that shit
the
against
fuck that
Mithrix
was, I
because
didn't
there were
know.
so many ads spawning?
Oh, yeah.
That's the most annoying thing.
hmm
They just spawn endlessly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I had
So-
to like dance
Oh,
between
boy,
the
okay.
hits.
Zar, you can go ahead and go to the character select. Oh, yeah. Octo, make sure you make sure you go to your loadout and right click on anything that's locked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Please tell me this isn't the shitty. Wait. Okay. Wait. This is.
So I think this character can innately blink forward at the cost of a little bit of health, and then also his whole shtick is that you kill enemies to increase your blood well, and then you can use your blood well to either empower your attacks or to heal yourself.
Fuck. I'm so sad.
Oh yeah, the skin that you like
They
isn't
don't
there
have
anymore.
they don't have the Maharaga skin.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, sad.
But yeah. So you guys are good to go. We can get the final run started.
Cool.
Sure.
Hey, you guys good?
Yeah.
All right, let me count you down. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so, final run. and it is Ravager. This is a mod character that was made by the exact same character that the driver was made. And this guy is another melee class character, but they are way more mobile than Accurate is. So there should be they should not be wanting for movement very much here. Also, like I stated earlier, they kill enemies in order to add blood to their blood well, which can then either heal them or empower their other attacks, which is kind of really huge. Because a good reason why they were dying in some of the previous ones was because they had like little to no healing or defense. So now they do have a utility which absorbs most projectiles. However, the attacks from the wisps are unfortunately hit scan, I believe, so they cannot be absorbed. But funnily enough, the eye laser from the golem can be absorbed, so that's pretty cool. Of course, none of them are going to figure that out, but yeah, this character is a very aggressive character. You 100% get rewarded just for killing enemies. So you just always want to stay on the hunt with this guy. You never want to be like running away if you can help it. Also, after finding the ATG missile as his first item that neither of the other two have found yet, which is kind of surprising. Unfortunately, Octo does take a first death. Did that golem just get body slammed? Yes! So, the Ravager's special skill is that he grabs an enemy and just slams them into the ground. And then, if that kills him, he gains some health. He gains some health back. Oh, if that kills the enemy, he gains some health back. I don't think Octo has gotten out of any of the first stages, or out of any of these loadouts, without taking at least one death. Octo was like already upset, I can tell. So the utility should be able to absorb the blind pest attacks, but it will not absorb the wisp attacks. But the blind pest attacks 100% count as a projectile, so it will 100% absorb those. The way the utility works is that it very slowly charges up a devastating laser that gains charge faster if it's absorbing projectiles. And if you release it at like max charge, I think it's like 1000% damage, and it lasts for like 5 seconds or some shit. Whereas if you release it at lesser charges, it does less damage and lasts for not quite as long. But I know they need to be like aggressive with Mythics, or sorry, need to be aggressive with Accurate in the last round, but in this one they need to be even more aggressive. Because this character like thrives off of being aggressive. Like this is the melee character out of all melee characters. Ooh, there's a Void Cradle here. I wonder if Octo's going to open it or not. So you need to activate the utility to start absorbing, or is it kind of like a passive? No, you do need to activate it in order to start absorbing things. He'll have like a little orb next to him when it's active, and the orb is what absorbs all the projectiles. But it does need to count like as a projectile. So far, the only things I can remember that specifically do not count as a projectile are the lesser wisp attacks. But like stuff like the greater wisp attacks, stuff like the golem laser beams, stuff like the Lemurian's fire breath, all those count as projectiles. Sam has indeed found the gold shrine again. So he's definitely gonna take that. Octo, however, being the first to activate the teleporter and taking down the Beetle Queen pretty handedly, actually. He might not get out of here quite as quick as, oh, Sam took a death here. Zara also activating the teleporter for Beetle Queen. I'm actually kind of wondering who's going to get out of here first. It's probably going to be Sam, just because he went the route of the gold pillar. And that usually doesn't take quite as long as a teleporter does. Oh, takes another death. Yeah, like I stated towards the beginning, Sam is not used to modded and doesn't really like modded stuff a whole lot. He tends to stick to just vanilla gameplay. So, he already showed his displeasurement after the last run. I'm just kind of hoping this one goes a little bit better for him. I'm actually kind of wondering why he doesn't just run towards the oh, this is all the item spawned all the way up there. That's why he wasn't going towards the portal. He wanted to grab the item first. Oh, that's a little unfortunate because he took a death for it. Oh, what an unfortunate placement. So Octo actually gets to stage 2 first, but Sam hot on his heels. Where Zara is deciding to stick around stage 1 for a little bit just to get a few more items. And Zara's abusing the passive a bit in order to get around the stage a bit quicker. Where he can just expend a little bit of his health in order to move a little bit faster. Oh, is he gonna go to the bazaar? He did spend the coin for it. Oh, that's what he was doing. Okay. He wanted to go find the coin. Okay. Or the bazaar. So he must be planning to go to the bazaar then. So as it stands, Zara does have a chance to tie Sam, but only if Sam gets last. Which probably won't happen, if I'm going to be completely honest. So as long as Sam gets at least second, he'll still win. So Zara is going towards the bazaar. He's going to pick up a few items here. Does have a couple legendaries spawn in. Is that a mask and a hammer? And the ukulele. And so he takes the Shadowing Justice, the ukulele, and the Focus Crystal. All really good items here. Probably worth it to stop by. Is he gonna grab any Lunars? He's re-rolling. What's he looking for? Ah, looking for Focus Convergence. So served him pretty well last time, so don't see why he wouldn't do it this time. But, so he is last to make it to stage 2, but he's pretty well equipped, so he has a pretty good shot at this. Everybody did find the ATG on the stage 1 though, which I'm glad to see. So Zara has a slight bit of an edge when it comes to this particular character because he has played around with this character in the past, but we'll see if that slight edge leads him to victory or not. Ooh, an encrusted cache. I didn't even see that he picked up a key for it. Wow. What's the mod for the difficulty they're on? The mod for the specific difficulty that they're on is called Starstorm 2. It is not just a difficulty mod. It adds pretty much a little bit of everything. It adds some new characters, some new items, some new mechanics. and a new difficulty. So I would highly recommend it. It's probably one of the best mods for this game. It's essentially just like another DLC update, you know. And Sam's just immediately going for the teleporter, which Octo was already on. Octo actually doing pretty well this time around. He didn't seem to grab too many items on this stage, but he does already have a couple of deaths. Sam actually has the most deaths. I think Sam has 3, Octo has 2, and Zar has 1. So about similar in deaths. But Octo's actually doing a lot better this time around. I'd say he has a fair chance of winning. He just needs to maybe find a few more items. I'm positive everyone's going to have a better time with this character. You know, start with the good character, have some 2 not as good characters, and then end off with a good character, you know. Wasn't intentional, but that's just how it ended up being. So at this rate, it looks like Zar might be the last to leave the stage. We'll see how it goes, though. And Octo's getting out of there. He's the first one to stage 3. Octo's doing way better this time around. I'm so glad to see it. Zar probably just needs to go for the teleporter. Like he's already got good damage. I don't think he needs to be looting a whole lot more. And with the mobility that the survivor already has, you know, he pretty much has his damage. He's got the ATG. He's got a Shattering Justice. You know, he's got a ukulele. He's even got a focus crystal and a little bit of crit. You know, he's pretty much set at this point. You know. You could probably just hop from teleporter to teleport and be fine. Sam once again getting the double bans. I forgot that one of the mods that we had on actually just allowed you to not have to pot roll. I forgot that I accidentally left that mod in. so you can just get bans for free. I forgot to tell them that. Oh well. Sam figured it out though. So, Zar making his way through the teleporter. With the extra bit of time that Sam's taking to get the bans, though, he might be exiting the stage at around the same time that Zar does, but he'll be slightly better equipped. Octo, though, I think Octo has a fair shot at winning this. He's actually, like, pretty further ahead than the other two, and in terms of deaths, he's actually not that far behind Zar. So he would just need Zar to die like one more time for him to catch up, and also not die any more times himself. All right, so Sam's out of there. I'm not sure if Zar's trying to like full loop the stage or something. Oh, is he trying to pot roll? He is choosing not to pick up the encrusted cache. I think because he wants to try to find like another key first. Because a strat you can do with the encrusted key is that you can get a second one, just so you'll have 2 encrusted keys, and then you can like keep finding encrusted caches on like each coming stage, instead of just immediately using it up. Yo, how do I do the use the diary? Is that what he said? Not. I didn't quite get what he was asking there. So looks like he did decide to open up the encrusted cache though and got a Tentabobble out of it. I think he's looking for. I think Zara has decided to go to Newt on every single stage now, which might cost him some valuable time, but may or may not give him the items needed to make up the time. We'll see. We'll see if him getting the going to Newt each time is going to be worth it for him or not. Gets another AP round, another ukulele, and another a opal. Are you gonna go for some more lunars? No. Okay. So I purposely left some extra some mods like this in which allow you to scale a little bit better. I kind of did that on purpose because I wanted the players to have an opportunity to be like, hey, if you're behind, you can do this to help your damage. I know some people kind of dislike those kind of mods, but I think it's kind of helpful for newer players and sometimes even more experienced, and sometimes even more experienced players if they're really struggling on a seed. But I like using those kinds of mods just not as let's use this and then just break the game on stage 2, but more of more like a backup thing. Sam takes another death. I didn't even see what killed him. I think it was a Beetle Guard or something. But anyway, Zara finally making it to stage 3. And Sam is the first to actually activate the teleporter. Sam figuring out that you can absorb the projectiles that the Clay Dune Shredders throw out at you. Pretty much anything that isn't a direct attack, I'm pretty sure you can just pretty much absorb. I'm pretty sure you can absorb the child projectiles. I don't know if you can absorb the little fireworm projectiles, because those are essentially little AoE damage zones. But they kind of start out as projectiles. So I don't know how that one works, but Sam taking another death here, but he then cleans up the... Well, hold on. Is he gonna... I think he's just trying to get away from the suck first off. Which he does get himself free of, but... Oh, he doesn't actually fall all the way down. Nice. Hopefully he can clean up this last Dune Shredder without taking too much damage. Does need to be the only downside to using his utility is that it makes it a lot harder to see what's behind you. So you do need to be a little bit aware of that. So he finishes up the teleporter without any extra deaths, but he is up to 5 deaths now, I believe. With Zar still at 1 and Octo still at, I think that's 2 still. So even though Zar's the furthest ahead on stages, he's the furthest behind on time. We'll see how this plays out. As long as Sam does not get last, he'll actually will win. Overall, I mean, if he does get last, and if Zar gets first, then we'd have to do like we'd have to figure out a way to do a tiebreaker, without having to make them do another run, because like after what they've been through, I kind of don't want to put them through like a 5th run, you know. Come back, Clay. Oh, you're right. I just noticed that Zar did die to that Clay Templar, or the Clay Doomstrider maybe. But he does take another death there, meaning he is now on the same amount of deaths as Octo is. And Octo did not die at all during the boss fight, I don't think. So, meaning Octo has a real shot at victory here. Sam also finding a Relic of Energy, which is going to be absolutely useless to him, as that's used for an entirely different game mechanic. But Zara moves on to stage 4, and Octo should be moving on soon as well. Yep, there he goes. Right, this is the closest race we've had yet, actually. This still could literally go in anyone's favor, you know. Like if Zara or Octo take a few more deaths, you know, they would be put on the same level as Sam is. So this is still anyone's race, honestly. Templar and Doomstrider, yeah. The combo of Templar and Doomstrider is kind of a bit of a rough one. But Sam already opting to just immediately go for the teleporter boss. I guess he figures he's got enough damage. But he has 2 ice bands, a fire band, an ATG missile, a little bit of crit, a little bit of bleed, some gasoline. I mean, that's not bad, you know. But given he's already data crew down, I probably would have tried to get a few more items if I was him. But, you know, maybe he just figures he's good and he can just cruise to the finish. Although, we'll see if that's his hubris or not. Octo getting a little close to death here. Hopefully he can get out of it. So it seemed like Zar could not find the Newt Shrine for stage 3, so he was not able to go to Newt on stage 3. But it looks like he does find it for stage 4 though, so he will be able to get it for. So he will be able to go there for stage 4. Amazingly, even though he's been going to Newt for almost every stage, he's actually not that far behind in real time. Helmuth Hatchery for stage 5. I really like this stage. More so the aesthetic more than anything. I just kind of Whoa, that was a huge drop. There is a gold pillar here, however, it's probably not worth it to charge it. Does get a couple of void items here though. It's a clockwork mechanism as well as a pluripotent larva. So he has an extra. So in terms of death, if he dies again, the pluripotent larva will trigger before getting a +5. So he can now die once without it affecting his time. Zar and wait, why did Zar and Octo have different bosses for the teleporter? What? They should have both had Magma Worm. Why did Octo have a different boss? What? I'm kind of confused. That's weird. Hmm. Either way, I'm pretty sure the boss item does not drop, so it shouldn't matter too much. But they do get a different. Hmm. They do get a different drop. Well, it's not a whole lot I can really do about this. It's not like I'm gonna like stop them and be like, "Oh wait, you guys got somehow a different item. I'm going to stop you guys." No. I'm just gonna have to let it play out. This is definitely not something I could have foreseen via vetting it. By the way, like even if I had vetted it, if this still might have happened, and I don't know what would have changed it. But well, as long as he doesn't get like a completely different stage 5, it should probably be fine. Alright, he's on the stage 5. Where does he go? Okay, good. So they're all to Helmacatri. Good. I was a little worried there after the boss was different, but... What are you trying to do? Oh. Yeah, so he did end up using the pluripotent larva. But that does not count as an extra +5 for him, so... So he's still only at 5 deaths. Unless he dies again. and that one does count. Because they're all on stage 5. Well, about to be. No, please don't concede run. Okay, thank goodness he didn't. So the play partner did avoid a lot of his items, so he lost the bands that he had, and now he got void band, which is nowhere near as good. He also lost his crit for void crit, but with one of the mods for running void crit is actually a little bit better, and actually can proc against bosses just for like not insta kill damage. Instead, it's like a 0.5% chance to do 5,000% damage instead of a 0.5% chance to insta kill. And then he also has void ATG and void gasoline. So he's honestly not that worse. Honestly, not that worse for wear. I also wasn't paying attention to what items Zar picked up, but he picked up some gestures. Ah, okay. And a disposable missile launcher. Okay, interesting. So I think Octo's at 3 deaths now, and Zar's still at 2, whereas Sam's at 7. So I think Sam will finish in real time first, but I don't think he'll be first with in-game time. I think either Octo or Zar is going to win here. I guess we'll find out though. I'm low-key hoping Octo wins, just so we won't have to do some kind of like weird tiebreaker. If it comes down to that, I'll probably just have them do something simple like rock paper scissors or some other shit, because I'm not about to make them do a 5th run. Or I might just ask like them how they want to settle it or something, Or if they're okay with like splitting the pot, I can do that. Oh, Octo does take another death though. That's a little unfortunate. Octo has also been like the only one that has like had storms, I think. Unless I'm just not remembering. Oh, actually, wait, no, that's not true. I remember storms happening for the other players as well, actually. So, Octo's taking on the boss while Zar's about done with the boss. And looks like Sam's going to the mass pillars. And Zar's on the moon now. I think Sam's trying to message me about something? I don't know. I'm not sure why he's pausing. Let me check just to make sure he's not trying to, like, message me. No, it doesn't look like he's trying to message me. Okay. Ooh, Octo taking another death here. That's unfortunate. So now, I think, yeah, Octo's at like 5 or 6 deaths now, so... I don't know if he has a shot at first place anymore, but still has a shot at second place. It'd be cool if Octo got at least 1 point on the board. Zar slamming down one of the flying enemies, but also taking a lot of damage for it. Oh, does Zar have Oh, he does. Yeah, he has the fucking the crown that lets him temporarily take on the elite aspects. The fucking vulture crown or whatever it's called. Interesting. I think Octo just died again, but he did take care of the boss, so... Everybody did get the Molten Perforator from Stage 5 though, so that's pretty cool. Looks like Zar's opting to take the Pillars of Glass, I think these ones are? Oh no, Pillars of Soul are the ones that shrink down, okay. Which is a little bit harder to do with the lunar item there that you got that shrinks the teleporter radius, because as you can see, when it gets down to like that last like 10%, it gets downright tiny. Alright, they are all on the moon now. None are at the mythic fight just yet. Although it looks like Sam's about to take another death here. No, maybe not. Maybe not. As long as none of them go above 10 deaths, I'll be proud. Okay, I think Sam is done charging pillars now? Or does he need to do one more? We might need to do one more, I think. Whereas Zar is getting done with his second one, as long as he doesn't get destroyed by the damage pools. Oh, no, it looks like he's opting to just get the hell out of there and maybe do a different pillar. Wake of Vultures, that's what it's called. I was trying to remember the name of it. Oh no, okay, so Sam was done with pillars, I just wasn't seeing the Pillars of Light. Alright, so he's on to fight Mithrix. Let's see how it goes, hopefully better than the Acrid fight went. I love the little molten perforator just being on like the tip of the sword, you know? It looks pretty cool. Zara opting to do a Pillar of Mass instead. Let's see if that goes any better for him. Currently, not really. Ooh. Yeah, I can already tell that Sam's gonna have some choice words for me, because his entire inventory is gonna start breaking because of the Void Watch that he got. So, the Void Watch is a newer item where it gives you extra items at the beginning of every stage, but if you get to low health, it breaks a random item. So he actually needs to be a little bit less aggressive here, so that he doesn't end up losing every single one of his items. Because it just looks like a random item to break. So he needs to be a little bit less aggressive here. Which is weird after saying that, you know, this is a very aggressive character. So, like if he starts getting to low health like he is right now, he just needs to maybe back off a little bit. And like, not take a death. Actually, I think if he gets killed before he reaches 25% HP, I don't think the Void Watch actually goes off. So I think taking a death while you're still at like 30% HP or higher is actually not as punishing. That's kind of funny. Anyways, Zara also on Mythics now. We'll see who had the better... So Zara did opt to loot a little bit longer, so... He also went to the bazaar and got more items that way. Ooh. Please don't... Nobody's beaten it yet, Sam. Please don't concede. Okay, he actually messaged me that time, so I did tell him to please don't concede yet. But regardless of how he does here, actually, he'll either win or tie for first. So, like, even if he gets last and Zara gets first, he still ties for first. So, I can definitely tell that if we do this again in the future, I'm definitely gonna have to like rework a lot of this, you know. Definitely vet the seeds better. Maybe have a few less mods and maybe tweak the difficulty a bit, you know. Because everyone enjoyed the first run, but it seems like maybe they weren't enjoying the other runs as well. And that's honestly fair, because playing this game as a melee character versus playing this game as a ranged character is so different. You know, it's a much different story when you can like stay from like a somewhat safe distance and pelt the enemies versus when you have to get up close and like endanger yourself. It's so different playing. So yeah, if I do this again, I'll probably try to do a seed that has more ranged options or more ranged survivors. Just so players aren't like throwing their bodies at the enemies. But Zara did get done with the first stage of Mithrix, and there goes Sam doing it too. I'm gonna have to apologize to these guys afterwards. I could have set this up better, and but you know, this is my first time doing something like this, so you know, I didn't really know what to expect. You know, I didn't really know how it was gonna go, so definitely will prepare this better if I do this again for the future. Well, all three are in Mythics now, so... This must have been like especially rough for Sam, since he's the one that's least used to modding. After this last run, we'll have the players say their piece, and then if we need to do like a coin flip tiebreaker, we'll do that, and then I'll probably end stream after that. But if I reduce again, it probably won't be for at least a few more months. So it'll be back to the regular streams again after this. More Borderlands, more whatever other roguelike I'm playing. More what else I feel like streaming, you know. So speaking of, I may or may not be around tomorrow. Not sure, because I'm normally busy on Sundays, but the thing that I'm normally busy with is not happening this Sunday, so I might be able to stream. I don't know. I'll have to see. But if not, I will be back on Monday with more Borderlands. Alright, looks like Sam's finishing up phase 2 while Zara's on phase 3. Octo's still on phase 1. How many deaths is everyone at? Sam's at 13, Zara's at 5, and Octo's at like 18th or something. So it looks like Zara's going to be getting first here, so we're definitely going to have to do some kind of like coin flip tiebreaker. Man, if Zara hadn't like quit out on that second run, he might have gotten at least like 1 point, which might have made him be able to win here. That's so unfortunate. That's rough, but... Sam's just about to fucking just stop regardless. He is so tilted right now, I can tell. I mean, I would be too. I don't know, like I can't even blame the guy. You know, taking like several deaths on Mythics, I cannot even like, you know, I would be just as tilted. You know, I can't blame the guy. But Zara's on phase 4 here, so hopefully he'll be able to. I think Sam's about had enough here. But Zara's almost done here, so. Looks like Zara is going to be standing up here pretty soon. But yeah, it's pretty handily in the bag for Zara for this run. The other two got over 10 deaths, and Zara only got 5. So Zara just needs to finish up here, and then I guess as soon as Zara finishes, I can let the other two know that they can concede if they want, but second place is still up for grabs. So I guess I'll do that when Zara finishes. Because he is further along on the fight than Octo is. Octo's only on phase 2, whereas he's on phase 3. But and at this point they're about the similar amount of deaths. I think they're both at around like 20 deaths now. So And once Czar cleans up, we'll bring him in. Okay, and he's done. Hello.
Hello.
So, you are definitively first place. You got 5 deaths, everyone else has 10 plus, so...
Oh, they did not know how to use Ravager.
Not quite as well as you did.
Dude, Ravager, dude, no, you understand. Ravager was like my #1 for a good while, solely because of the skin. Also, did you see my build at some point?
Yeah, you kind of went crazy.
Yeah.
I noticed you went
did you
to...
Did you like the double... What?
And I noticed you went to the bazaar quite a few times, yeah.
Yeah, because like the bazaar was really clutch because like one, it had Shattering Justice, so like being able to just just break somebody's armor was really good.
Yeah.
To me, and I got like ukulele for AOE, ATG, and I found this thing, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna go all in because I knew I had a feel saw already, so I'm like, fuck it, just for me.
Yeah. So
yeah, but I got a lot of clutch power ups at the right time, so that was nice.
You did, yeah.
That Mithrix fight was a little dodgy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really thought I was like gonna lose my lead solely because of the few deaths I had because I died 3 times. Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been like a pretty fast run. But yeah, I kind of borrowed your idea of using the focus convergence just because I knew I was gonna go through teleporters a lot. So
yeah.
I'm just like, go through as quickly as possible. Dude, that second soul pillar or whatever, I fucking hated it. Everything was shooting at me. I had no room to breathe. And I'm just like, screw it, I'm going to a different pillar.
Yeah, I saw you doing that, and I was like, oh, he's gonna complete this one. Then nope, you dipped out.
Dude, there was too much going on. I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna die in this. So I just dipped. I'm just like, fuck it, I'll choose a different one.
Yeah.
Like, I did that because the other one was a lot easier to,
Right. Yeah.
Did you like what I did with the Sail Star?
Oh yeah, that was actually really clever.
I'm just really sad that the 2 reds were fucking ass because it was Nukahana's opinion and
right. Yeah, it was a little.
I saw
unfortunate.
that and I'm like, wow, thanks. It could have been, that mushroom one. It could have been, I don't.
Sam used this to get 2 void items actually.
Really?
And yeah, and one of them was actually a player potent larva.
Oh wow. I think so. I had a encrusted key, but then I wanted to do the what is it? The pot rolling thing. And then the 2 pots I wanted to use rolled away. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just getting a void item right now for my time. So,
yeah,
that's
fair. That's fair.
10 bubble, so.
Hey.
Right. Oh hey.
Okay, hey. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh. How bad was the Mythics fight?
Terrible. I just stopped caring. I didn't care.
What was your time?
You died like 20 times, so
What?
I'm gonna let Octo know if he can if he wants to.
156.
Hey Octo, you can stop if you want, but you have a chance of getting second if you want to continue.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
Yo.
So what does this place me in the end?
So as long as Octo doesn't actually outpace you, you actually will win overall because you'll get 1 point, and meaning Azar will be at 7 and you'll be at 8. So.
Cool.
Nice. That was actually a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually very happy it was actually that close. I was really hoping that Sam wouldn't just steamroll you guys.
I got fucking void banded.
Yeah, I saw that. You were.
Oh no.
He was quite unhappy about
Did you see my
that.
Sail Star Legendaries?
I did. You got the fucking.
Oh hey, we both did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
Wait, what were your reds?
Wake of Vultures and Nukahana's Opinion.
You two. I did the exact same.
It was
thing.
yeah, of course it was gonna be the same items.
That's true.
You guys have the same seed.
I don't like the Void Feather.
Oh, I saw the Void Feather. I'm like, nah, I'm not picking that up. I need the double jump.
I didn't have a regular feather though, so I picked.
I mean, if you don't have a regular feather, then like, why not? Why not take the void feather?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I got 70.
Yeah, you're 100% first. There's no competition for that. It's just a matter of who gets second.
Dude, I love Ravager. I would have locked in harder if he still had the Maharaga skin.
I have realized I don't like modded characters. And
Yeah,
that's okay.
that's fair. You liked that Belmont one though, right?
Yeah, Belmont was cool.
No.
And I liked the one with the skateboard.
Driver. Okay. I will take note of that.
No. I also don't love all the new items.
That's completely fair. That's. Mm-hmm.
Basically, I question anything that isn't vanilla or quality of life to make vanilla better.
That's fair. You know,
like for example, there's a mod that I use called Collapse Display
mm-hmm.
that makes it so that you can see
see how much that you're gonna lose
and how much damage.
Okay.
Also, yeah, looking at that, it's impossible for Octo to beat me here, so I know that I.
Is it how many deaths have you gotten?
No, they're at 237.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, okay.
My time was 156.
Yeah, okay. So then yeah, he's definitely okay. So then yeah, that puts you at second, which puts you at 8 points. So yeah, you will win overall.
Cool. By the way, I didn't know there was like a prize or whatever. I was just doing this for the love of the game.
Well, there is the small prize. It's the same one I did it for the Balatro PvP tournament, which is
the one that I wasn't able to participate.
The one, yeah, unfortunately.
By the way, later on, not tonight, because I'm
of course
probably gonna do other stuff.
Of course, yeah.
Could you help me unmod my Balatro?
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. You literally just like fucking delete the mod folder and then you're good to go.
Yeah, because I haven't played Balatro on my desktop since then.
Hmm. Sure, yeah, just DM me.
Played on my laptop.
Anyway. Yeah, just DM me when you ever need help and I can just sort you through it. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, so it's just prize is $25 if you want me to give it to you straight, or I can like buy you a game on Steam or something if you would rather have that, something like that.
Let me see. I could just like give you my Venmo, I guess.
Sure, yeah, okay. All right. So overall thoughts on yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I do want to do this again. I will definitely like vet things better and try to like do less mods and have a better overall experience because I know you guys weren't having fun for those second 2 runs.
I did not like that mercenary one.
This is personal preference. I also did not have fun with this last run.
That's fair.
I had fun with this last run, but maybe next time we just cool the difficulty down like a notch or 2.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say the opposite.
Yeah, you're the only one that wants to ramp it up though. So like.
Alright, you have fun doing all aerial acrid on Typhoon Super Death.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm not likely to roll that twice in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that the last one was. I'm glad the last character was.
It was not even close. I should have just given up, man.
That's my bad. I couldn't see how many deaths you were at.
Unfortunate. I was gonna say Ravager is like my favorite modded character. Or one of them.
So
like,
Zara had a slight bit of an edge on this one.
Dude, I locked in. I'm just like, all right. I'm literally just missing the skin. If we had a Maharaga skin, I would have locked in. I would have not died 3 times a day.
I died 22 times personally.
But yeah. So, well, I'm glad you guys had fun though. You know, I would have been remiss if you guys had no fun during this. But
yeah. It got better at the end.
It got better.
Like, I'm gonna be real. That middle section, things were bleak.
Yeah.
The Acrid and Nemesis Mercenary. Like, the concept of Nemesis Mercenary, I see how this is supposed to work.
Mm-hmm.
The pieces did not come together.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
the only run that I think I put in an actual competent showing was the first one.
Yeah, you put in the most showing, actually.
Yeah, because that one, I was just on a roll. Because it was a simple survivor.
Mm-hmm.
right. Well, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys.
Yep.
This was
All right.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yep, see ya.
Good then.
Okay. Bye.
See ya. Alright, if I do this again in the future, I'll probably make another announcement about it, and we'll see who else is interested. Again, I will do a lot more to make sure things are much better vetted and seated and a lot, so.
Right.
But thank you both for being willing to do this.
It was a good run.
Yeah. I had fun commentating and watching you guys. And you guys had at least some fun playing, so.
Yeah.
I got to play my comfort character, Ravager.
Yeah.
True.
But I think I am probably just gonna end stream there. You guys are free to hang out here if you want, or you can go to bed or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and end stream now. So that'll be it for me.
Jill.